why it's not up there. You refute his existence.
No, that's why Indicus, the color of truth, is also the mastery of secrets.
That's a lie. He would do no such thing.
It's exactly why Caesar over there is working so hard on knowing the truth.
So he can hide it?
He wants to know the deep secrets. He's already determined he's an Indican.
Yeah, I was
Before we start, I got triggered last night.
You got triggered last night?
Or a couple nights ago.
Okay.
Curious George was an answer on Jeopardy.
Nice. Oh.
What do you mean? You were in pain this whole time. Like, I want that thing stabbed. No one's giving me stabbed.
That wasn't pain. That was comedy. That was
comedy gold.
More like comedy silver.
Yeah,
it wasn't quite
it was
gold.
It was comedy bronze because it kind of like rolled around in the background.
Wow. Okay, John.
You're not going to win an Academy Award.
Fine. It was comedy pewter. Okay.
Okay.
Comedy pewter.
Comedy powder.
Because it was really heavy.
Comedy powder.
You did it blow away.
All right. Welcome to Nycos D&D Fellstone Chronicles. Today's episode. All aboard!
Choo choo.
Okay.
The cold brews train.
Okay.
AKA the crazy train, but that's another story altogether.
Oh.
That's a taboo word, John. We don't use that word.
No.
Are we going off the rails?
That would assume there are rails.
Well, there are for about 20 feet here. 20 yards or whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Our crazy train.
Sponsored by.
Alrighty, so we are. You had to wait for it to finish loading those, so that's what kind of we ended with the getting on board. So you have a few more minutes left in our dwarvish city that heralds the passing of Valère. I can't pronounce it right.
You sound like you're gagging every time.
I know.
I'm going to be getting a few supplies.
Are you okay?
I have nothing more to do here at this point. I am tired of this timeline. But anyway.
You're tired of this timeline?
Whoa.
You fixed it. What are you talking about? How can you be tired of the timeline?
I'm tired of the world I made.
We are not where we're supposed to be.
I thought we did.
How do you know?
Just because he's dead?
He's gonna die one day. It's not everybody dies one day.
Just wasn't yesterday.
I'm trying to see if I don't know. That's risky.
Hey man, I try to undo my.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if this is one of those things where John will be like, "That's a cool idea, so let's go with it," or if it's gonna be like, "Nah, that's not how it works."
You might as well just have.
Well, the bigger question is, did you get out with any books that you kept?
I
no,
did.
they burned them all.
You burned the entire Charlotte library?
No, I think we kept,
The Charlotte's Web.
yeah, I did, or did we burn?
You burned everything. I remember. You burned everything. I tried to say, don't burn anything. I want that spider book. And you said, I can't hear you.
I kept 3 books.
How? When?
Recipes?
Oh, he's had 3. He's previous.
No, something tells me that we did try and keep the Charlotte's Web for
No, you didn't. You burned them all. I remember.
So my thought.
Okay.
I have a ring of regen. If I were to go and put it on the finger of the dead me while I leave. Then it's an unanswered
Well,
question.
you'd have to open your own tomb.
Then I would be both dead and undead at the same time.
Well, you'd have to be opening your tomb.
We've opened my tomb.
Yeah.
You haven't opened it.
He
We
did.
did.
He
He
wins.
pushed it open.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And we
He
put
tasted
lupins.
asses. Ate some ash.
Didn't take anything out of it.
We left things.
That's a coin on top. I remember that.
We put the spell of warding on it.
Yeah, you can't get, but you can't touch it because you put the wrong name on it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Did you refuse to tell him the right name? So he was gonna put it like a nice little specialness for you, but you gave him the wrong name in a sense, like you wrote it wrong for him. So
No, he changed the name to be gnomes.
So only gnomes are able to go touch it.
So he's not a gnome though.
Yes, I am.
No, he's not a gnome.
Exactly.
That's why he's saying if we do it, he'd have to take. You have to.
Oh, he can do it. All right. Wait, but we're already gone.
No, we were loading. The train just literally had just arrived when we finished the
Yeah.
station.
It
Trains-
takes a few minutes to gather supplies before
It takes it takes a good hour to an hour and a half for a train to be loaded or unloaded. And this is not the first travel of this engine. You guys just shifted time to allow it to come here.
Yes, I'm gathering a few supplies.
Okay, make sure they're written down. We're good.
Okay. All written down.
Is this something that exists only in that time?
Lots.
Like something I could buy?
Lots.
He
What's that?
matches the book. That's very permanent. That's very nice.
What are the lots?
Trying to think if there's anything that should be taken.
I want to go shopping and for something that's only there and have it with my character for the rest of its life.
Do we have a way to take a picture in fourth?
But I'm afraid
Nope.
jewelry.
Hire an artist.
But that
Cameras don't exist here.
I want some way to do the Back to the Future thing where it's like the statues are changing.
Just hire an artist. Just
What
make
did
sure
they
no one
do?
photobombs.
What have we done wrong? My sister.
Nice.
My sister is now my brother.
We
Fourth.
What do I have? Let's see. I got a dagger. I'm gonna go buy a new dagger.
You need a dagger?
Yeah, but I want a one that's only.
You want a special dagger?
No.
I can give you a special dagger. I
I
have a
don't,
nice
I don't,
special
I don't want your dagger.
Why don't
They
you
give
want
you
my dagger?
the.
I know what you're gonna give me.
What am I going to give you?
Don't give me that.
They give you the.
What am I gonna give you?
name and stuff.
No.
Huh?
We haven't
I don't
talked
want
to
it.
anybody.
What am I
They
going to give
just
you?
pulled
I
into
don't
the
know,
station.
but I don't want it.
Of course you do. It's nice. It has no drawbacks.
Why don't I believe you, though?
Because you choose not to.
Alright, tell me what this is.
Here, it's a dirk.
What's that?
It's a dagger. A dirk is just a type of dagger.
I want a magic dagger.
It is.
You said it was.
It's +1.
Yeah, it's a +1 dirk. So it does +1 to attack rolls and damage rolls. And it counts as magic.
I don't know why you're looking for it. It's still
That's
all
why
we
I'm
got.
giving it to him.
It's all we got.
It doesn't do
I
me
got
any
a
good.
+1 dagger, which is like the same thing.
It's the exact
except
same thing.
Less cool name.
Well, the dirk is slightly shorter.
I don't know.
if remember
For
correctly.
some reason, I feel
Shorter
like
and
you're.
broader.
Shorter and broader.
Dirk is generally the pretty knife, the artistic knife that's on the swordsman's left hand side, opposite of where he draws regular main blade. And it can occasionally be used as a defensive weapon. You usually hold it with the blade backwards. It's a broad.
And it's also much better for quips than a dagger. Because then he's like, take my dirk, you jerk. Stab him.
Sure.
Okay.
with a shirk.
With a dirk.
Yeah.
I don't know why, though.
Add to your inventory list a +1 dirk.
Well, I kind of felt like you're gonna like do like a joke on me or something. I don't know why.
You know?
The joke is your paranoia.
The
I
trap
don't know.
is
He's like trying to
overthinking.
get me to do stuff that'll get my character
There's
killed.
13.
We don't have to try. It just
That's what I'm getting
happens.
at.
Let's see. Linguist.
Oh, I'll make a stop. Is there a local library?
We've talked about this before.
Yes, we have. And we got.
Yeah, but they were looking for weird books.
Is there no other
there
books?
is not a there is not a
Okay.
classical sense library. There are.
Is there
people who
exotic
have
books?
We.
Is there an antiquity store?
Antiques.
Libraries.
Depression.
Sort of. When you say antiquities, you're suggesting stuff from ancient times. But in this case, antiquities is more like an antique shop, like selling
Yeah,
old
that's I
furniture.
just said it fancy.
Oh,
Little statuettes, tchotchkes.
Right.
one.
Is there any dragon statues?
Perfect.
Statuettes.
Is there any pets? Is there a pet store around here?
We.
You want to open up that can of worms?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they sell cans of worms on every street corner.
Come on. You know what I'm talking about.
We're not lying. They make great pets for dwarves.
I'm not doing
They,
I'm.
he said we're in a
The Underminers. No.
The.
That's one salesman's pitch.
I want a dragon to ride.
But something like a dragon chess set or
Dragon bobblehead.
Yeah, like a
anything made out of metal that won't deform and ruin a spring or whatever.
Hmm.
Yes, they totally have plastic in this
Paperweight.
time period.
That'll work.
A dragon paperweight. It's in the shape
No
of
chess
it.
set though.
Hmm.
Okay.
I imagine it's actually a
Is
dragon.
there a
Do I have a
chess set
crossbow?
in which I could eventually?
Chess technically hasn't existed yet.
Never mind.
I also want like a nice.
Because that can't happen until after the wars.
How
The
about
wars
the-
are in 5th.
How about the ancient game of
Can I? You know that. Oh no, I don't have enough gold for
To
that.
is human.
So how much
I
does he
I
want for
wanted
it?
a bolt, a crossbow that it's
A
like.
couple silver.
Sure.
Remember, what's her name?
What is your goal here?
I just
is
want really cool weapons.
You've got a +1 Dirk. You literally have
I
an
want-
answer to anyone who gets within 5 feet of you.
That too, but I also want.
There
a
are
crossbow.
okay. Realize
Uh,
that right now in the now,
yeah.
no one is mass producing magical items. So a weapon that has a permanent modifier
Is a rare
is by itself a valued item because that's so rare.
It is the most expensive thing you have on that character sheet.
Really?
Yes.
You could sell that and never have to actually lift a finger for the rest of your life.
There's so much bread
Yeah.
you could cut with that.
Yeah.
There's so much bread you could trade for it.
No, I meant what I said.
I know what you said, and I know what you meant when you said it. It's just be funny because the idea of he sells the Dirk to pay for bread, but he doesn't have anything to cut the bread now.
You can
But
break- you
Mickey,
can
I
break bread.
traded my locket for your
Comb.
Wow.
It was a pot. It was a
harmonica
watch.
box.
Oh, that's
You know
right.
what?
For a
For my
harmonica,
character,
he got,
I'm gonna get a
he
mirror.
traded his harmonica for the chain for
Let's
a
look
locket.
at myself in the mirror.
And she traded the locket
I'm
for.
gonna get a mirror, like
Yeah.
a pretty mirror, and then just look at myself in the mirror every now and then and say, "Ah, it's so beautiful."
You can look at yourself in the reflection of a
Of
dirk,
dirt.
man.
Yeah, but that's fair too.
We're just giving you a hard
Buy
time.
some metal polish.
Oh shoot!
Keep the blade
Where?
nice and shiny. Because a Dirk's a wider, flat blade. So you,
Is there any spices?
Would you rather it be shiny?
Yes. I
Is
guess.
there anything rare in the now that was commonplace in
Yeah,
Fifth?
that's what I was trying to think. Like,
Common
Like
sense.
saffron,
Yeah.
spice.
Yes, I just was trying to say.
Do they sell the spice here?
nice.
Spice is nice.
Red hero gun.
Moon
Spice melange.
Exactly. No, definitely not.
How about rare forms of chummy?
I thought that was basically purple for Nycos. Chummy?
Fourth, it is pre-chummy.
Because I thought chummy was like 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that we're looking for happened in 5th,
Mm.
and we're in 4th. So literally, there's nothing we want here.
Well, fourth
I was
is
just saying if I could become a merchant.
Fourth was the last golden age. So as
fourth
far
is
as
the dogs, right?
yes, fourth is dog. The fourth ended with the dog's war.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So really, the biggest thing is that
Everything went down from hill. From there.
governmental security and secrecy kind of starts in this era. People can't trust.
Okay,
I saw a really good movie, by the way. Don't mean to switch subjects, but it's called. I'll think in a second.
How open arms will we be from
Mr. Right. Mr. Right. It's a movie that goes directly into that list of films like Hollow Point and I don't know if it would be in the same category. Red. It's a comedy, but it's a black comedy because Mr. Right is being played by Sam Rockwell. And if everybody knows who Sam Rockwell is, he's kind of a snazzy, sharp dude who likes to dance.
Yeah.
And he happens to be an assassin. But at some point, he suffered a head injury and now has determined that murder is wrong. So he gets hired, and then he hunts the people that hires him. So now people hire him, but they hire him by pretending they're going to be other people. So he'll kill the people too.
That's dumb.
That is hysterical.
That's dumb.
And Tim Roth, another high-powered actor. Tim Roth plays his former mentor, trainer, and is sent to assassinate him before he actually hurts somebody.
Well,
Okay.
So Tim Roth is hunting Sam Rockwell, and Sam Rockwell is killing people that are murderers because murder is wrong.
Okay,
That's a
I'm
very,
gonna have
Meanwhile, there's this young girl who is. The way it starts off, the way the whole film starts off is they show little kids, what are you going to be when you grow up? I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a fireman, or whatever. And this little girl comes to the camera and goes, I'm a T-Rex! Roar! 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 And attacks the camera, right? So it's like, what the hell? That's the girl you're following. She's this willful child unicorn, wants to be. She wears shirts that say unicorns are life, but then she gets like blood on her hands. She's just very, very strange young lady. She can't fit in. She can't keep a job. She can't.
Okay.
She drinks too much, goes out on parties, and then doesn't remember what she did, and then feels bad about it. So she's in real trouble. She needs to find a Mr. Right, and she runs into this assassin.
Okay. Okay, I will add this to the list.
It is hysterical.
Oh.
And Sam Rockwell, as an assassin, the fight scenes are some of the best choreographed dance scenes ever because he didn't come there to fight. He came there to dance. He tells them that, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to dance.
Dance!
I want to sing.
Right.
Oh, none of that.
Yeah. But so he does all these spin kicks and high jumps, and it's like, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Okay, all right.
So what cracked me up about it is that all the way through it, I saw him as Hammer from Iron Man 3.
Oh.
oh, okay.
He's that kind of stylish, fancy dresser.
Sorry, I got distracted by a horror I saw behind the camera. How
Why?
you're eating that cupcake.
Was it top or bottom first?
Bottom first, leaving the cream untouched.
Oh.
Madness!
I don't really like cupcakes. I don't really care.
That explains so much.
How?
So.
You'll find out
You
in
have to
time.
start. You have to start in the inky blackness of the universe. You see.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta go where there is not one.
And you have to reveal the light of the Big Bang. And then you just slowly devour the universe from the outside in.
In the
Great,
beginning,
Nicholas.
there was darkness.
Oh, cupcakes.
You're wearing the wrong color.
No, I got like control and liberty working together, all wrapped in the of us.
Alright.
Okay.
Great.
So.
It's a white shirt. From a nihilist standpoint, this is a white shirt. We've got all the control and all the liberty, all isolated and separated.
With some white cutting them across. Yeah.
Exactly.
So. Since we've established the library situation,
Yeah.
would it be a similar situation with getting scrolls over books? Probably.
Well, no. Near where the engine has stopped, there probably would be a like beginner's guide, those little pamphlets on languages.
Treatises.
No, the simple, not a full treatise. No, the simple little,
That's what treatises were. They were little.
Visit Portugal. Here's the language of Portuguese.
So
Beginner's
brochure.
Portuguese. Brochure.
So I'm trying to think
Shut up, Herb.
like
Oh,
what would be
we should go buy some books and bring it to the
considered
future.
exotic
Why?
Because there's no
languages
written
in this time.
history in the future.
Ooh,
Oh.
exotic languages of fourth iteration. That's an interesting take on it.
I'm gonna go buy it
For a
first.
second, I
learn
thought you were
overseer?
going to say if we could use it for gambling
Not
purposes.
for-
We could use it as the playbook.
Oh
No,
wow.
I thought that's what you were going to say for a second. We should take the book from the
Can I
past
get
to the future.
newspaper
to do
E?
that. I don't think
Yeah,
that's how
I
it
was
works.
gonna say you could get the. Actually, that's
The
the name of
Daily E?
Yeah, that's the
The
issue-
Daily?
The Daily.
I'm gonna buy.
With an E?
No, it's like the pop culture magazine called E. IH exclamation point.
E.
Eh.
I'm gonna go buy a book, that's like of the history of owls, history of man, and then keep.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna buy the history
The history of
man
what?
a myth?
Where
Yeah.
A
did
history of man.
man, beast, and so forth, like all different races, like Britain logic. That's like no longer in.
Good God, he wants to buy an encyclopedia.
Yep, and I'm gonna bring it to the future.
What color isn't the encyclopedias?
No, if he's going to no. Yeah,
Is Encyclopedia brown?
nice.
there
Or is it
No.
Encyclopedia green or
No.
gray?
But you would run into somebody that's willing to gladly sell you a subscription.
The history of a man, but it's with two N's, and he was a very famous bard.
It was with two N's, no M.
It's
and
all of his photos.
What, Horace?
Man. That was the character name. Just man.
What's your last name?
How
No, you're not buying an encyclopedia. A, you don't have any way to carry an encyclopedia.
How big
B,
are they?
the concept of an encyclopedia would suggest that somebody actually is trying to keep the records of the entire world. So far in all of the iterations, all that ever driven it have been little snippets of poetry. There's not a combined collection of them.
So you can find poetry
speaking
books.
of
I'm gonna go buy a
poetry,
poetry book then.
I did want to see if there was a copy of any prophecies.
So here's the question. What is
You
your
know,
goal?
the common prophecies
I
of
don't know
forth.
yet, but I want it.
You know,
Prophecies
the
of
coming of Cywin.
Cause like
with
I'm
Actually,
Is-
what's really
are-
funny
are
is
you
that
trying
no, the dogs
Best
actually
question I can
obliterate.
ask
They were.
That's
Are you
the
trying
end
to
of
poke a bear
Fourth
to see what
John.
happens?
This is the end
no,
of
no.
Fourth.
I was
Because the question is why
Remember
would
they
your
did.
character
They went
even
and
revolt
intentionally
it?
This
destroyed
isn't
it.
Creed
It would make more
destruction?
sense for you to want a
No.
book on beauty
Okay.
tips than
No,
it
because
does
they
to
should
have
prevented
a book of
the
history.
horrors of.
Well, I was thinking more like
Great.
because there was no history. We have no written history in the future of like the.
That's okay. You know what? I'm going to be really psycho here.
Okay.
You find an entire encyclopedia. It's only 24,000 gold pieces.
Okay,
All right. I'm gonna roll for still.
I got that.
You have 24,000 gold.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I have so much more than that.
Okay,
How?
mark it off. Erase it.
I'm not gonna buy that. That's stupid.
Well, I'm going to say it's 40 volumes. Each one of them weighs about 8 pounds. They're these big monstrous.
Do they come with their own?
I just
Bible?
wanted to
Nope.
help the world have a history.
I feel like
Yeah,
The
that's
world
like,
has a history. It's just not recorded. Is the problem?
No, it's recorded now. If he wants to buy it, it's 24,000 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
was talking about our current. The now. It has 126 years of history recorded. It just
guys,
doesn't-
I got a newspaper. That is the best thing we could do, because it's current.
Okay.
It's got the sports scores from around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Is there any
Sports
sports in?
scores.
Are there sports in high schools?
Yeah, there's a game called Goof.
Oof, really? Is it
There's
a
the
Polar bear
relay
fighting
wars.
is all the rage.
Flog,
in
flog.
Crapadia.
flog?
Flog. I
Right,
mispronounced.
that's something you made up.
What's that?
It's polar bear fighting.
Polar bear tossing? Yeah.
Only with the babies, though.
oh,
Oh no! I'm talking about the tribal governance polar bear fighting.
The one where like you dog
He's
fighting.
talking about crab painting.
Dog fighting, pretty much. Or polar bears.
So what is in the newspaper?
The
Oh,
news.
in this issue of E.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would be the let's see.
Whatever you're gonna say first, I'm gonna say it's boring, and I'm gonna skip to the comics.
Is there comics?
Because I was going to talk about the
Okay.
the style of the gnomish women that went to festival this year.
Va va voo.
Or guy. Forgot.
Your guy.
The yellow carpet do's and don'ts.
Oh dear. It used to be white.
Who wore it better? That kind of thing.
Give into the comics. Where's the funny pages?
Oh God. Yellow Veil gnomes are just gossips. They cause
But
chaos.
they tell everybody something different.
Right. It's never the truth. Never the truth.
That's what I'm getting at.
This
They have to know the
irritates
truth so that
Xavier
they
to
can make
no
sure they say
end.
something different.
How dare my color be
Are you
used in such a
suggesting there might
negative
be-
fashion?
That the gnomes might be indecent.
Innocent?
Null it over for another 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Bring it back to the table.
It didn't work.
Underbaked.
Indecent.
That one was underbaked.
Right.
I'm purchasing some tool kits.
Which toolkits included?
Glass blowers, wood carvers, and alchemist supplies.
Nice.
What edition was 4th iteration?
Second.
Oh well, so there might actually be some exotic languages around, but
That's what I'm saying. I was still grinding on that one when I got diverted. But yeah, as far as unique languages of the period, a 4th iteration, there would be. This would be the first place where there's actually a dummy's guide to the Everdark.
so would that be equal? I'm
I'm assuming
So
that's like
Undren, so
map.
it's Undren and Fomorran dual language.
how
Okay,
much
by a
for
journal?
this dummy guide?
You just want a blank book?
I don't know. Are you a certified dummy?
15 silver.
That's how much a journal is?
No,
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I can tell
Do
you.
you want
how
a
much
blank journal?
He
Yeah.
wants a blank book, and I can pull up the
I think it's
cost.
a couple coppers.
Actually, no. If I remember correctly, a blank book, a regular book, is 25 gold pieces.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
because
Paper is
double-
hard.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
You could write it on bread.
You can erase it with the.
How about
No, you write it in icing on gingerbread. And then you close the pages, it's all. And you open it again.
I mean, it's better than a spell book. It's twice as much.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
50 gold
so-
pieces for a spell book.
I thought everything was cheaper in this
I'm
world.
trying to- no.
Let's see what the cost would be in a 2nd edition book. Could be different.
True.
Oh,
Could be a lot lower.
Could be a lot higher.
Could that actually be a thing we could do?
Yeah, why not?
That opens.
Because it brings up
Yes.
phones.
Why do you think somebody figured out how to build the trains in the first place? There are people right now making entire fortunes daily on these temporal trains running between time frames.
Okay,
They're smart.
so
Well, worse than that, they're actually moving martial forces between times.
Oh.
okay.
So they're selling war then.
You think?
Trying to figure this out without getting into the. Sorry.
I want to look at the.
It's a lot harder to look up old stuff. Because it's not PDFs.
Oh, you have to look at the printouts
Yeah,
pages.
Trinkets.
there we go. Arms and Equipment Guide. Ah, good old books. Miss those.
We can't find our ninja handbook and it's irritating my brother.
Excuse me.
I like the Oriental Adventures take on Ninja better than the Ninja Handbook.
I miss the Tome of the Nine Swords from 3.5.
Oh my god, I should buy cake. Sorry. I saw a picture of cake and I was like, oh, that's good.
Okay, so. Well,
Cake is cheaper than bread.
Really? Why?
Let them eat cake.
It's simpler calories. It doesn't have quality food substance to it.
Oh. Okay.
It doesn't last very long.
I feel like it would be more like a luxury because it's sweet and like. It's
No! It totally was a luxury, but the issue is that as far as the actual cost to make it was low. People made money by making it for the rich and charging more for it because it had that sweeter, but it was not good food.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of
Actual calories.
nutrition.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so. Why is this making my head hurt?
So, John, I want to find one of those. It's one of the puzzle tricks where you have to figure out how to get a piece of wood out of a bottle.
Gotcha.
Oh, cost.
You can make it.
It
Fabricated.
Yeah, I'd like to create it.
So,
All right.
wins.
10 silver.
You can get a holy text for 10.
So here, I got you a fun little toy.
Ooh. A gun? Wait.
It's a glass bottle with a wooden peg
I
inside.
had to got it.
Inside is a
You can
single
get a
platinum
leash
piece.
and muzzle for 2 silver.
And I have to try to get it out?
You can get it out, but you can't smash the bottle.
Oh, it's a puzzle.
You get a magnet for 10.
Puzzles are cool.
Yes. So here you go.
Thank you.
No, you take one look at it. It's a jar. Why would you want it?
Oh, you're so mean.
Hmm?
I don't want it.
God.
You're
You can
trying to
get
get me
because it's
stuck
a
in
job.
it again.
You can get a periscope for 20 gold.
Wait, did he keep the jar phobia thing? I thought we established that he didn't necessarily keep that.
I destroyed it.
No, he has a fear of jars. He was in one for so long.
He's trying to kill me, man.
That's his insanity. He can't
Okay.
buy jewelry and things like that. And
You can get a slate board for 5.
he's fascinated with his own appearance because he stared at a mirror for 3,000 years.
It was 3,000? That was more.
4,500.
Look, time is confusing.
But yes, that's yours. You'll just have to figure out how to open it.
Break it. Because it's a bottle.
It's enchanted.
I sell it. And
Okay.
You know what? I don't even touch it.
I have 8
Okay, no
gold.
The
platinum
only
piece
thing
for
I
you.
can find is a false book, which I
I
think
can't
is
do anything with it.
something
That's
else.
mean.
What do you mean that's mean?
You know
False
why.
book is used for encryption.
You do remember his conversion rate, right?
No, this is a large, well-made tome with a hollowed-out middle section.
Oh, wait,
It
false
comes with
book?
a- Yeah,
Gotcha.
false
It's
book.
100
Let's put something else in.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. God.
So one-
damn it.
Okay, 1 gold would be.
So I have to like.
It's the 100. So 100 copper, make a
Yeah.
silver. 100 silver, make a gold. 100 gold, make a platinum. 100 platinum, make a crown. And 100 crown, make a dragon.
So
So if I want my book, I have to get this.
You have
So
to be able
you
to
said that
fully
book
block
is-
out.
My mental.
you said the
But we're not.
You
Gonna,
will be able to
Dummy's
remove
guide?
that
is 15
when you
silver.
learn to
Yeah.
focus.
What other language? I'm gonna look into
Oh,
what other
that is
dummies
mean.
guys they might have around because
I'll
I
John,
take
did
it.
you hear?
buy more than one.
That is
He'll
mean.
be able to get the platinum piece out when he is finally able to focus.
And I said, "Oh, that's mean."
Do I hear a baby crying?
All
I
right.
did hear a baby cry.
He'll be able to remove the stopper, the wood piece that's not able to be removed, when he's able to finally focus on what he wants,
Oh, gotcha.
which is a platinum piece inside this jar that he can't break.
28.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna buy the unread Trugorian, but I'm seeing because
What are you looking for? I mean, this is exactly the
Yeah.
conversation we had before we started.
Yeah, but me.
I need to have something sticky to grab a hold of. You saying, I'm looking for books, is not sticky at all.
If you have a specified book, it's going to give you more to draw on rather than just saying, I wish to find paper with words on it.
okay,
I can get you a napkin.
I would look for a traveler's guide that has, basic traveling phrases for lots of different
Well,
things.
I gotta think.
Well, that's what
Common to blank. So,
Kinda wanna cook.
different chapters, going to the Draconic
Okay,
lands,
cookbooks
going to
talk to
the...
me.
Here's how to ask for the
I have
bathrooms.
cookbooks.
Okay,
I
and so
like
that would be
steak.
that'd be on a
What
nation's
type of cookbooks
basis.
you got
So
for that? I thought
You'd
you
have-
only make sweet things.
You could get one that covers.
I focus on sweet.
You
world
can
patch.
get a
Specialty.
girdle for 6 pieces. Silver,
pieces.
silver pieces.
Are these sweet things that move, or are they sweet things that are like actually something you eat?
Oh, they move
You
very
can get a
fast.
cod piece for 6
So I'm like,
silver
eat-
pieces.
well, I want something you can eat.
That's a thing.
You can eat
That
'em.
used to be a thing.
Are they gonna scream in pain if I eat them?
No, of course not. That'd be silly.
Are they gonna
You can get a
scream in
jerkin
pain if I eat
And
them?
a
Why are you
bobkin.
asking him?
Because he's the game
I'm,
master.
I'm telling you the truth.
Actually,
All right.
here's
Okay,
some-
I'm having. I should probably slide back up.
Yeah.
That side conversation
Yeah.
makes no sense to me. All I heard was, "Does something scream if I eat it?" That is weird. Okay, so what is it we're talking about?
Oh.
He was making a comment saying, "Hey, he wants to get a cookbook." I said, "Why not just talk to me because I'm the
You're the
resident
cook."
cook?" And he goes, "Oh, don't you do sweet things?" I go,
This is
"Oh,
why
I
like
focus on
3.5.
it." I said that I primarily focus on it, and I
that's
can make
why
stuff.
3.5 didn't have a big following.
Yeah, but that's why I liked it.
Because it was
Do you want to know how much it costs for 1 pound of apples?
300 gold,
1 gold.
a pound of it?
Do you want to know what it cost for 1 ounce of angelica?
What's that?
A spice.
Uh-huh.
and
5 copper.
Wait, what?
Would you like to know how much an ounce of cloves is?
Go for it.
20 gold. Cloves are very rare, apparently.
How much is
What about
a book?
fennel seed.
Well, look what it does to your feet. Gives you cloven hoof.
How much is it for a book over there? I mean,
That's
I
what
don't
I'm.
know.
That's what I'm trying to find. But I think it's so insignificant. Even 3.5 does not have a.
So continue
I'm
on.
looking in.
He said, "Don't
alphabetical
I
stuff.
focus on sweets?" I said, "Yes, it's my specialty." So he goes, "So do they move?" And I said, "They move very fast. My sweets move very fast."
Yes.
And so that's why he was asking, "Do they scream?" Because he was going with the idea that are they alive? No, I'm making the joke that I can't keep them in stock.
Oh.
They move fast.
Okay.
Oh my
Sorry, I
God.
always assumed that
You never asked me.
There's an
Oh.
entire page of
You're
different
quick
poisons.
to ask him to see
Yes.
if I'm
Indexed
BSing you,
by
but you're not asking me
ingredients.
anything.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. I didn't-
It's not about
That was back
asking
when
questions.
assassins
It's about
had
what
to do all that
asking.
kind of detail
It's
work.
about what to ask.
All right.
And so that's what I keep saying. What are you trying to do? Because you're asking.
You only have about another half an hour before the train's going to pull out. So
That's why I was saying you'll get the platinum out when you focus.
Uh,
What is it you're trying to do? So if it's just I want to do something better, talk to us. If it's you want to find and create an item, talk to us. But don't go, I need this, I need a specific amount of grain in the pie that no one knows what the pie you're making is. Anyways.
okay.
of course you used a cooking reference. Well done.
actually, I would be
And as a
looking
player, I will
for
help you.
a traveler's guide.
I just-
Flynn's
of
not evil.
No, I
He's just mentally
like-
not all there.
the local.
I think we should. We're probably friends, honestly, because I'm not.
Well,
You
I-
can get a spiked collar.
I don't even know
Kinky.
what the
10
local
gold.
region is
Oh, wow.
to
Hey,
know
It's
what
fancy.
languages
Oh.
would be spoken here.
do you have the ones that like make
Oh,
I
you're
train you
in the
to, like,
mountains of the Grim
walk on
Hall.
your feet too?
That's dwarven.
like walk on the
German-
tippy toes of your feet, but not your
Okay.
front, your back feet?
Is it only this moving
Excuse me.
or
They're like little. They're high heels.
Okay. This world is so thick with different kinds of cultures and people. Any given hex might have people from different cultures. So when you ask for a local information, how local do you mean? Within the hex? Within 49 miles?
Just say what languages you want.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I said,
Just
you're
say what languages you want.
Okay, so
Call it.
I'm looking for
Is this called?
right now specifically
That's cool.
It's a special edition.
Undrin, Tulorn, and Eladrin, or I can't actually remember.
Okay, so
The eldest trio.
Tralara and Undra are both
Yeah.
underground nations. The reason you asked for unique or what was the word you used?
Exotic.
Exotic languages of this time
What
frame.
race?
There had
is
not
good
been
at
any direct
making
conversation with
dresses
the
or like,
Everdark forever
like
before this.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Because if you think about it, this
The
was
nice
written
part is
in
about
about the
the
same
edition, it's
time
not
as
racial.
Drizzt came to be and all
Racial
of
just
that.
typically gives like tastes.
Okay,
So
okay.
you could
So
become
the,
a
so the
seamstress
exotic
or a seamer
languages
if you
would be
want.
people from the
You can take
Everdark.
you can take proficiency in Weaver's
The
tools
Grimm,
and
the
train.
dwarves here, would
So
have
if you
had
want,
therefore that kind
you
of
can look into buying a
conversational
Weaver's toolkit and
directory. That's what this
making stuff.
fundamentally
It'd be
is.
nice for making flags.
But when you ask for
We actually are in the
localized
market for
language
needing flags
stuff,
all the frickin' time.
Really?
people
Yeah.
don't think.
We
in our
to fly
world,
flags
people
when
don't
we
think
wanna
that way.
pass
Yeah.
them
You don't
over
walk into a
somewhere.
bookstore and say,
Really?
"I'd like to buy a book on English."
Oh, on
If
the,
you,
the
well,
ships?
remember,
Yeah.
you're warring with another nation, and you see a ship
Okay,
flying
now
over
I-
that nation, you're gonna shoot them down.
All right, okay.
What
I wanna
Xavier
be
is
seamstress,
trying
and
to
that's
do
all
You,
wrong.
you want to be a
is
you want to get the
find
Weaver's tools?
Yeah, I'll get
what
the
exotic
Well, let me
languages
figure out how much they are for you.
Okay, so this search for exotic stuff
would give me the
is the equivalent of walking into a 7-Eleven and
One
saying,
gold piece.
"Can I get a copy of the Encyclopedia
Oh,
Universica?"
I didn't see it.
oh
Weavers.
You're asking the wrong question at the wrong place with the wrong intent.
Cooking
Your
utensils.
original
I can't
pursuit
remember.
of
Okay.
wise knowledge was why you went to
Is
the
it- is
one
it
person's
world
house
allowed to, like,
and
mess
tried to
with
break
alchemy?
in to get the books that ended up being
So-
the Library of Charlotte.
This,
Yeah.
this is not Clash Room.
Oh, sorry.
That was
Well, I know, I
a
just-
this
cut
is
and run
Your-
version.
All classes are allowed to do this stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just like...
You don't have the time
The question is
that it would
just
take
what
for
are
you to
trying
become socialized with the local community, to get yourself
I'm
invited
trying
in, so you can
to,
borrow
like,
their books.
Because I'm not
You're
allowed
not
to wear
building.
jewelry
You're
now.
not building
Well,
a
if
must
you have a
type
phobia, which means you
relationship
have
with
to
this
role-play getting
locale.
over it.
Hey, the best thing I can
okay.
find.
Fair
I don't
enough.
like that idea. but
Instead,
that's
you
so
are
fun.
literally
You
wandering
want to
into
roll
town
by
and
getting
going,
over-
"What can I
So
find
that means that at one point
that
you
I
have
can
to ask
get?"
us, guys,
Literally, it's
I'm
low-hanging
afraid of
fruit
jewelry.
from the
Can you
shops
please
near the
help
train
me?
station.
Okay.
And so there's a
Yeah.
little slapstick side shit
Does that
with
make
us
sense?
Yeah.
figuring out how
So
to get you over your phobia of jewelry.
maybe this.
Alright, I like that.
Relinquish the fear.
I'm
Do
trying
you have
to.
your name tag?
What's your character's name?
Yeah. I don't have my character's name on my name tag, but I have
What is your
Oh,
character's name?
tomato.
Tomato.
Okay.
Jack.
So
Uh,
were you still
the
thinking about
best
Weaver's
I have
kit?
found
Yes.
is a
Weaver's
forger's kit,
Alright,
a
so I'm
navigator's
just gonna
kit.
let him know. So
Also-
you wish to
Those
do
are
it to
fourth
like
ed.
make flags and make
Uh,
clothes
third.
and
Yeah.
whatnot to make a little extra money.
Third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third. I couldn't find a copy
Well,
of
like,
There's no second iteration.
So
of
this is gonna be
kits.
funny to see.
I
what
couldn't-
determines
They didn't
how
build. They
Weaver's
didn't build
kit
kits.
comes.
I know, I can't.
okay.
This is the only
It comes
PDF I
with
could
balloons.
find.
Do you know what
The one you
balloon
want
is?
you to be able to find
Yes.
the
Space
keys.
Ew.
Table.
Yes.
Keys kit.
But, you know,
He
a forger's kit
has
is
told me
25
that
gold.
he would like to learn. He would like to basically help with making flags for the ship and making cloth and clothes. So he would like to get a weaver's kit.
Weavers or tailors?
Weavers.
Sure, get a
Weavers.
tailor's kit.
Well, there's no
Tailor's
tailor's kit is the problem. I think it
Taylor's
just
just making clothes from cloth, not making cloth itself.
Right.
got. So yeah, he wants to make the cloth.
Get a tanner's kit.
That is good.
Tanning.
This is one gold though. How much is a tanner?
Making hides.
There is no tanner's kit is the problem.
Oh.
Again, it all gets encompassed in 5th edition. A lot of kits cross.
Yeah.
Gaming? Is it can? What is? Oh, gaming.
Oh, a gaming set. It's like dice, dragon chess, playing cards, and all that stuff.
Dice.
A dice set. Yeah.
Dragon.
So did you want the weaver's kit still?
Yes. Yes.
So what does a weaver's kit come with? Just for context.
I have no idea. You're reading it from a book.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't actually say. Typically, a weaver's kit could be anywhere from a loom to just a crochet thing.
Again, I have no frame of reference. You are going RAW on me. I do not know what the book says.
And
So if you're getting a kit and you're paying for from what the book says, I have no idea what you're getting.
okay. All right then.
To me, what would make more sense would be a tailor's kit, which I would just define as something
Alright.
local, which is not in the book. But a tailor's kit would include a tape measure, a pair of fine scissors, a seam ripper,
Some threads.
a whole bunch of extra random buttons,
Thimble?
a thimble, some of the simple, the little tiny bundles of thread,
Mm-hmm.
not full,
Bobbins.
no, but no, even smaller bobbins, just the cloth with it wrapped around multiple
And
colors.
those things that goes over your fingers.
Have you been
That's
to
a thimble.
You ever been to a gas station and picked up the emergency repair kit for clothing?
Yeah.
That's what this kit is going to include. It'll be the needle threader, that kind of things.
Okay.
But it would allow you.
I personally don't care what you put in that kit.
Mhm.
It'll cost you a silver piece, and then you just literally
Well,
put
that's
down
cheaper
on
than
your.
what the book says.
That's
well,
why
he's doing the tailor's kit, not the
Okay.
weaver's.
right,
Oh.
because a weaver's kit, you're actually having to have a
Like,
rack
that's a loom.
making. That's a.
You need to find
like a
a
store?
I
It's like a whole
just read
store or
it. It's
something?
actually spare cloth, needle, and threads. It says that you have proficiency with using a loom, so if one is available, but you can't carry one. It just in the raw.
Okay, but it doesn't include things like they would have. To me, a weaver's kit would include a carding. It would be 2 cards.
Mhm.
You don't even want to know what carding is.
Yes, I do want to know what it is.
Carding is the process of taking cotton or wool fibers
Mm-hmm.
and you rub them back and forth across each other to cause them to become thread.
Oh.
Well, that breaks them all up and knots them together, and then you have to spin them.
Right,
So there's then you need a spinning wheel to get that
right,
2 thread.
right,
There's a whole process that weaving is not an adventurer's kit
right.
thing.
That's why I was confused.
Oh.
A tailor's kit is literally something a tailor, back in the olden days, one of the primary careers that a young man could go into, and it was almost always meant, would become a tailor. And he would actually have all of his tools, he would fold into cloth and fold it twice and wear it around his belt, around his middle as a sash. So he's carrying his entire life's work is right here in his middle. That's the reason why the story of Jack the Giant Killer, Jack is a tailor.
Oh.
Most people don't know that. Jack was a tailor. He traveled around fixing people's clothing. One day, he was having a particularly bad day. He's working on some guy's clothing, and there's some bad fruit nearby, and there are flies everywhere. He gets so frustrated, he takes his sash out, rolls it twice without his stuff in it, and smacks the table. In that blow, he kills 7 flies. He's so impressed with himself for killing 7 flies that he sews into his belt the phrase 7 in 1 blow. That's across his middle now. So when he goes to the next town, they see that. They have a problem with giants.
Oh.
They see his belt that says 7 in 1 blow and go, holy crap, you're our guy. We will pay you to kill the giants. And so then the story of Jack the Giant Killer is the adventure of him trying to kill 7 giants in a local area, each one having a particular penchant for crimes. And so the Magic Beans story is one of the Jack of the Giant Killer's stories.
Oh.
Okay,
I gotta read this now. I'm gonna have to check this
People
out.
only know Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Most people only know the one story because that's the only one that was sensationalized because it was a kind of a cute story to tell. But the
It's
fact
the
that
Disneyfied one.
right, well, and also Disney does the other thing, and that is it ties together 3 of the prizes, because in that story you have singing harp, right, and you have his belt, and then you have the magic
goose.
beans and the goose that lays the golden eggs, and the harp sings. That's the speaking harp, the singing harp. So those items were actually prizes from each of the other giants. So there were 7 different prizes.
Oh. So you just put them all together to make one big story?
No, they
He just
condensed
got them
them
all
to
from
make
the
the
one
one story because Jack and the Beanstalk, they burn all 7 of those stories into just 3, into one movie.
yeah.
That's typical Disney.
Yeah. Definitely is. Okay, so there's get
So we're on the
and
train.
fabric.
We're preparing to load the train. We have finally make sure you got all your. So you understand now what I'm talking about as far as your shopping here is literally the train's getting ready to go. You can't spend too much time in town.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off till we get back to him now, but actually start doing what I was trying to do here, where I
Make sure you buy no fruits and vegetables because that's not allowed because you get cross-pollination and
Oh, yeah.
you gotta go
right.
through customs. And
Do they have customs if they're gonna bring war?
They definitely do here. You guys remember the dragon scene from? Well, you would remember the dragon scene from Neomori. They were unloading the dragons. It was the first time you saw those hideous things.
Terrible. It's a shame.
He dies.
Damn shame.
They've been taking dragons.
No, they've been transporting mutated dragons from previous iterations into places.
So
Sure.
Is that actually where the 8 eyes thing came from, or
The what?
What?
The eyes thing? The eyes thing came from the eyes thing of the dragon. The bad things that were happening, or that made the dragons look corrupt, was in a certain infernal document that Baphomet was making that was going to free him from his own prison cell.
Okay, so that
You guys made a deal with him before he was able to finish it. Once you got it and you toss it in the lake, then that form of dragons can't exist. Yay!
okay, good, because that
What
was
happens if we
that was,
kill the thing that's he's supposed to fight before his death? If we kill it before he fights it, will he still be alive after? Like since
No, he killed
Who
Baphomet.
knows?
According to the myth, he died fighting Baphomet.
I know. I'm saying
And
like
won.
if before he fights Baphomet.
You did.
your
Yes.
yeah. We
Feel free to assume that.
we
Okay, I thought I was thinking something. I know.
Most
anyway.
men find their destiny on their way to avoid it.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I was thinking like
I'm immortal if I'm not in fourth. I'm assuming. Well, he's assuming.
Well, I was thinking more. You go on vacation, the 4 of us or 3 of us go take him down, and then yeah,
I was about to say your split personality now gets a vote.
yeah.
Yeah.
so
In which case, Glim gets 5.
You're missing the point. He dies. He's already dead,
I am.
but he's not dead.
We're dead, Jim.
Yeah.
so
But the reason why he's not dead is because somebody let Baphomet out.
Oh, okay.
So
so
Baphomet wasn't there for him to have to fight and die. But the
Oh.
myth is, this is where the reason why he's buried here is that he died fighting Baphomet. Because Baphomet would have created the abomination of the draconic forms, which are the things he stands against. So his burial here is because he succeeded in his agenda of stopping the plotline of Quantivus Brace from ever reaching its fruition.
Okay.
The
so
curse of dragons.
so
Taint.
that
I don't know. The
But
taint sounds
this-
sexy.
No.
And this is when poor Caesar's brain over there breaks.
Isn't that every week?
What?
yes, pretty much. You're not wrong, Glenn.
I'm gonna do the wild bitches again.
I never found out what was on the funny pages.
Oh yeah.
I am not in a position to come up with a joke for you. Sorry.
Okay.
Hagar the Horrible.
No, that'd be front page. Are you kidding? Another invasion along the Cryopathian coast.
So there were these 4 dogs, and they were really bad, and everyone died.
Oh,
The end.
The end.
sounds like one of those old time stories, from, like back in the days.
Is there an ad for Nixieland?
Next one.
There isn't.
Oh, there's no coupon?
No coupon?
Nixieland theme park or something.
No Southern
Yep.
Nix discounts?
Yes, but not anymore.
For season pass?
Can we go there then? Oh no,
Not anymore.
Nope.
Because we're gonna go home right now, right?
Yeah, sure,
No.
that's the reason.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Let's leave it at
That's
there.
exactly where the 4th iteration time train is headed. Yeah. You haven't even checked the ticket to see where you're headed.
We're going to 5th. That's all we've been told.
Right.
But now we must travel through time in search of our way home.
Hoping the next leap will be the leap home.
Are we talking?
Nice.
oh boy.
Nice. Scott Bakula walks by and goes, What? What?
No, wait, what's the thing he says?
Iggy says that you gotta.
There's a thing he starts every episode with.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's it. Oh boy.
Oh,
That's
shit.
my wife.
Oh boy.
Always every episode ends with him in another predicament and always starts with him in the
Yep.
same predicament.
Can I get one of those?
Well, Valera's gonna get on the train.
You're
Yep.
gonna get aboard.
You knew what I was gonna say. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Excalibur.
And we didn't even do our introductions anyway. We got all this going here. You even introduce yourself. So please introduce yourself. Character
What
name,
color
class,
is this
race.
guy?
In
The
fourth?
sky in fourth is
Green.
no, it's blue.
Are there birds?
They're birds.
Are there stars behind the moon?
Turn this around.
There are stars.
What a wonderful world
You
this
put the
is.
legs backwards. You have to.
He's never set up the table before.
I didn't know that you could do them backwards.
You have to push the button and push them all the way around.
Hold on.
I'm going to
Pull
assume
the-
that the
pull the
sky
table.
being correct was also part because we succeeded.
I got it. Just...
Best way to do it is put the feet on the ground, guys. Put the feet on the 2 feet of the table on the ground.
This is
Lean it
such a
forward.
great metaphor for D&D problem solving.
And you push the button and push down on the legs so that they will fall.
There we go.
And then you pull them around where they're supposed to go instead.
There you go.
But all
That was-
DMs wish they
No,
could
that was
do.
to me. These tables are like the door of the school of the gifted. There's literally only one way it could possibly be correct, but you're not the first one. You're not the first one to have folded those backwards. How you could think it could possibly hold the tabletop up that way makes no sense to me. But
I think it's before he put the other one up. Probably.
no, it wouldn't matter if you look at it. The tabletop goes one direction.
Well, I'm getting on the train.
Same here.
Yeah.
I've been on the train.
You haven't?
I've been loading.
I've been loading my tools.
What Tuesday?
And the whole
Alright, so
car
I bought
just
fabric
pure-
and tailor
tools.
kits.
And I've been crafting.
I'm gonna make
Just
myself
now playing Skyrim.
new.
So let's.
I never noticed the pictures before.
For what?
How many NPCs?
NPC pictures.
Personal draw them?
It's for me to be able to bring on personalities.
Oh.
So I have mental pictures in my head of who I look like when I'm walking.
I'm going to take my fill. Hi, my name's Travis Hancock,
There
and
we
I
go.
play Valer, the Dragonborn Paladin.
What?
I am Scott Crandall. I play Xavier, the Haunted Rogue.
This is clearly a Nycos episode where time matters. So we went
Wait,
completely out
didn't
of
he say
order.
something
No.
about it going backwards last week?
Well, actually, the thing is, the introductions don't happen till 5th iteration.
Nice. Nice.
I'm
Hey,
Jack.
what's even trippier? You're in the 4th iteration. Video recording of events and putting out onto the live web don't occur until the now. So that's enough to mess with your head. This is an adventure
Sure.
set in 4th.
Sure it is.
Just wait until we're in 9th and we can look back.
Okay.
Okay, when we can look back in advance, that will be awesome. That'd be terrifying.
Let's go to
So-
9th iteration. It's all desolate wasteland.
That's-
We did it!
Okay,
Yay.
There's
so
a
he
bunch
introduces
of
your
rejoicing.
turn.
I'm Jack. Oh no, I'm Tomato and Jack. Tomato Jack.
What's your real name?
Tomato Jack.
No,
No, no, you're
you
Oh,
Player
my
name.
real name, Steven. My real name is Steven, yeah. I forgot my own name. I'm a wild sorcerer. I am crazy for myself in every single way.
Jump back.
Crazy for feeling.
I'm a schizophrenic and so am I.
That's one of my favorite. Roses are red. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
I haven't heard that one yet.
I'm Matt. I play Glim, the gnome illusionist wizard.
Oh,
I'm scratching my head at everything that happens.
I'm also scratching his head at everything that happens.
Well, that
Thank you,
explains a lot.
softly stab people.
Hmm.
Oh, I gotta put up on my magic. I leveled up.
So,
Stop
I
trying
want
to
to try
seduce
to
Glim.
find the economy card.
I see the.
Or not the economy, business class.
Hold on.
That's the same.
Stop trying
First
to seduce
class.
Glim.
First class.
First class.
First class.
What's going on?
Okay, so
I looked up. I need to put my
tickets
spells
tickets
in
are 250 gold
We'll do
each.
it after the session.
We paid
Hmm?
tickets last time. He paid for everybody, remember?
Yeah.
We did the thing, and he wanted
Tw-
to pay.
Yeah, it was like 25 silvers, or no, it was like 5 silver or something.
Yeah, you refused to
ahead,
let me
and
pay.
I threw a gold and said anyone who wants on could get on, and then like 30 rats just
No, he's answering me for first class.
Oh,
Right.
okay, first class.
I get to go first.
I
class,
will
too.
pay that. What comes with it?
250 gold.
Do I
That'll give you a
250
sleeper
gold.
berth
For first class?
and access to the diner car and
Do I get a butler?
no.
Bellboy?
No.
I'm going with him.
Stop
because he
trying.
offered to
Stop
pay
trying
for
to
me.
buddle.
No, he paid for you. You get your
You
cheap,
offered,
cheap
though.
ticket. Yeah, but he did it.
I pay for you as well. You can upgrade.
I'm upgrading. So it's
then you-
248.
two people
No, it's still
upgrading?
250 gold.
It'd be 400 and $500
Sure.
gold.
For the two of you, but
Oh,
only
my
if he's
goodness.
paying for you.
Is,
You're taking Tomato Jack with you to first class?
I am doing no such thing. If he follows me, that's up to him.
You gotta have 250 gold. No, he pointed at him. He goes, "Sorry, he paid for his own pass. He's gonna pay for his own ticket."
You firebolted me, remember, and blamed me.
You
for
tried
being-
to. You made me insane.
So
All fairness, you did leave me in for like decades.
in a regular stowage car, which is where you guys would be traveling, there will be 10 other people. The sleeping in this arrangement is basically it's a long hallway with sleep berths on either side, and literally it's 2.5 feet tall by 6 feet long, 7 feet long, and it's got a little curtain that you pull down.
I'm so excited.
And at the end of it is a basically a 2-foot stowage bin for your belongings. And there's a padlocking mechanism. You have to bring your own lock. Or
Is
you can
there-
rent one from the
Is there a middle
I'm
class?
twisting and tying pieces together. One of the guy's random hands that's sleeping, I just put the finger there to help me do the tie.
Is there a middle class?
I did pay for first class. I'm
Gotcha.
just saying that.
Huh?
that
Is there a middle class?
No. Stowage or first class?
You're the bottom or you're the top?
I want to be the bottom and the
There-
top.
It's the Ritz, baby.
If you're blue,
This
nowhere to
this
go
is
to
the
fashion
this is the
sense.
biggest problem of D&D that you haven't encountered yet, and that is you can't be an action magnet.
What? Oh, what's that?
You'll find out because there are going to be things that are happening in first class, dining car, and the sleeping quarters. You can't be all of them at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're Poirot.
What?
Or
No.
if you're Glim.
So,
Glim.
Who's Poirot? Is that his character?
No. That's a literary reference, and
Yeah.
he's picking on poor Agatha Christie. That's not how it worked either, but I know why you say that, but no.
I can't wait for the murder.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
The reference here is Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes, I know. That one.
Okay.
I said that because I'm hoping for a murder mystery.
He might do it because he's smiling.
Which is not this goes back to what the conversation we had before the game. See, you front load your intent, and then we go with whatever happens from the collective intent.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to.
So I want to murder some. I mean, I want there to be.
He wants there to be a murder. He's clearly wanted to spend some time learning from different people, their languages and their backgrounds and things
Yeah,
like
but
that.
if everyone's
He can be that guy who's being the German professor, who's not really German professor.
Colonel Clink.
Oh, I'm going to. I'll find out. This is it.
So now that you're understanding we're going on a train trip, try to come up with what you want
Well, I want to sew.
the experience. No, what do you want the game experience today to be? So that way I have an idea what you are wanting to get out of it, so I can try to feed that a little bit as well.
Wow, I don't know if you can do it though.
Come to
Stop!
first class.
Stop presupposing.
I
what
want to
can't
see
get.
dinosaurs. That's
Thank you. That's
So we're gonna,
awesome.
we're gonna go
So-
by Nixieland and see the little panorama that they have.
Nice.
Go for
The outer train.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now entering Main Street Station for a round trip.
Nice. Well done. Okay. And Glim has been you're weaving now?
I'm tinkering.
He's tinking.
You
better be in the last car because that's dangerous.
I am in the last car.
Okay.
In the caboose?
it's gonna blow up with the train.
John.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. So let me introduce you to the engineer then. Gotta find him.
So many bug bites. Ah. Like, I slept last night.
Don't scratch, dude. It will only make it worse.
Whatever, it's fine. As long as it feels good for now.
Also,
Skeeter bites are lucky. Scratch it and you get a wish.
I got like bites here and then bites here. I was like, I just laid on my couch for a second and then everything just started biting me that 1 second. And I felt everything.
Bugs, the dog, the dad.
I don't mind dogs biting me actually.
Okay, so the engineer's name is Lago Hydrocog.
Say again?
Lago Hydrocog.
okay.
I think it's Hydro.
Hydro Cook.
Logger?
Lago.
Lago.
Yago.
Yago?
Lago. Some people pronounce it Yago. He prefers Lago.
Either way, he's a bad parrot.
Hydro.
He's a parrot?
Hydrocog. Yes, he's a gnome.
Oh, he's a gnome, is the same as me.
Oh, yeah.
Is he a talking parrot?
G, with a
No.
good.
Is he a talking
Not
parrot?
the
No, he's a gnome.
unvoiced consonant.
I'm sorry, I
He's
really
like me.
wanted him to be a parrot for some reason. A parrot that talks and like
Yago.
controls the
Yeah,
train.
I get it, dude. You wanted
Oh,
Aladdin.
no. Now I know who did it.
What?
Never mind. Don't do that.
That's a joke. That's a Travis. That's a classic Travis. I love those little drops because. Anyway, we'll get back to the minute. So we have Lago Hydrocog, and that's the engineer. And he'll want to also consider a trade with you on the bits and such that you.
Don't listen to him. He'll betray you.
Then we have to talk about the conductor. Conductor is a tall, thin, and this actually, the closer you're going to get to a butler would be the Sylvan Elf conductor. His name is Korogu.
Korongu?
Korogu. Yes. His skin complexion is deeply copper. He's his hair color is kind of a metallic green. He keeps his hair's cut basically in a high-end tight. If you're familiar with the Marine Corps, very flat, very trimmed, very close on the back of his head, but then on top of his head folds over almost like a David Bowie kind of a look to him.
All right.
He wears
Dance, magic dance.
very, very tall and thin, very elegant dresser, classic. The double-breasted coat with the pocket watch.
Fancy.
A broad brass belt, and he doesn't wear any armor and doesn't wear any weapons on board the vessel, on board the craft. But in every car, near the front and the back, are what are called boarding. What are they called? Boarding.
It's the boarding pass.
No.
Armaments.
No, there's a term. I'm trying. Give me a second. I'll think of what it's called. When you're.
Rappel borders?
Yes, but there's a term. I'm trying to remember what they're called. In the U.S. Marines, they still use them. Pugil sticks. So they're boarding sticks.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a big, soft-ish head. When I say soft, it's like a leather punching bag on the end of a stick.
Yeah.
And it's basically used to, in the frame of reference of this kind of a craft, it's literally to push off people who are attempting to board the vessel while it's moving. Which is terrifying because we're moving through time.
Wait. Oh my god.
So imagine what kinds of things must be trying to get on board a craft while it's moving through time.
Oh, look, it's Barry Allen.
Nice.
Nobody say Cthulhu.
Cthulhu?
Thank you. 3 times. That was good.
It's okay, he's cool.
I did not.
Cool
Don't say
Cthulhu?
the other
Cool.
guy's name.
Cool Cthulhu?
The other guy you don't want to talk about.
Ship Niggurath?
The man.
There we go.
Muhammad?
Or the N one. To get all 3 of them.
Yeah, try to pronounce his name.
Bloody Mary?
I love his name.
No.
They were close. That was
No,
pretty damn close.
why can't I say
How about
it
Candyman?
right
Because it's actually spelled to be almost an imprimatur.
You don't. He's the bad one, guys.
Candyman?
He's
now?
the one.
No.
He's the one who cares that we
Cthulhu
exist,
mythos
and he's
I know.
angry.
That's funny. I saw the trailer for Candyman. It looked really awesome.
Let's see. Never got into that.
Nyarlathotep.
Crafting, crafting,
The,
crafting, doing some crafting.
The diner car attendant is an Inandaran elf. Her name is Laersael.
Leia?
Laersael.
Leia.
And she makes that car kind of feel like Disney because she sings all the time.
That's next
I
to
know where
her.
I'm spending time.
Oh, you're in the first
No
class.
dining car for you, peasant.
I can't, have a drink or something? Damn.
Only after hours, like when there's not rich people there.
And
Glim in the background.
No one knows me. I'm supposed to be here.
and
Yes.
the
Hey, are you supposed to be here? Yes.
Of course, I see your stylish mustache.
Yeah, and yours as well.
Yes.
the loadmaster is a grim.
Uh-oh.
I mean a dwarf, mountain dwarf. Argyth. You
He's
get along really well with Argyth. Argyth blood miner.
Travis.
Okay.
He's our guy.
He's a minor, too.
Right, so how did you come across that name?
I
Blood miner.
Found it in my book.
How did your family get that name? Blood miner.
Oh, we're mining the remains of the world dragon.
Didn't hear that. That's rude.
Crusading spirit
Sorry.
intensifies.
Sorry. Exactly.
I am very important. I will be in the dining car. I would like 2 eggs. It's the exact same.
Okay, see, so
Valer now speaks French.
No,
Call me
Valer.
Valro.
Yeah, say switching to your other.
Yeah.
The other. He's got a character that speaks with a French accent. So.
Oh.
Mm.
I am the linguist.
Mm.
I'm very cunning.
Mm.
I knew you
Sound
were
of it.
there.
How could I not?
I don't know why you're French. All right.
Oh.
All right. So we haven't even talked to the passenger yet, but that's your basic crew.
All right.
Someone write that down.
I hope you have all their
Crafting.
names. I hope you have
Crafting.
all their names, so I don't want to have to come back and look at them.
Crafting.
I-
I got the first 2.
Wait, we're supposed to write down names, though?
Blood
It's
miner.
called
Blood
notes.
miner.
Argyth.
It's our guy.
The blood miner.
Our guy.
Exactly.
TH.
We know what we spell.
The king of Argyle.
And then.
Is he beguiling?
I hope not. He's a grim personality. And then there was the
Laersael.
She sounds like an angel.
Sounds like a sail.
She tries.
Indaran elf, right?
Yeah.
And who is the conductor?
That's the
Caragoo.
character. Yeah.
Caribou.
Caragoo.
What kind of elf was he?
Sylvan. He's from Nyx.
Yeah, I just remembered.
This
Copper
character
skin.
doesn't know that.
No.
And the
Engineer
Engineer.
was Mayamo Hydrocog.
Mayamo.
That was minor. Yeah, blood miner.
Is there an I or not?
It's 2 L's A-G-O.
Yago.
Yago.
That's why I was just making the joke of Mayamo.
What's his last name?
Leo?
Hydrocog.
Hydrocog.
Oh yes, Watercock.
Cog guy. You folks.
Don't make us kick you out.
And he was
The engineer.
The engineer.
I don't know.
No.
A gnome.
Chances are Tink.
This is pre-split.
So what does he look like then?
Well, this is a time train, so it could be from any
No,
time.
he's pre-split.
Oh.
So there's no divergence.
Right. Big nose. Tinker messes with stuff all the time. Not arguably insane. That's why they keep him on board.
Wait, so seeing this,
Looks a little like Grey Wolf's brother.
How do you spell Laersael?
Laer
Shanghai.
Sael
Laer
Er Sael.
Sa. Yeah.
Tinkering.
How you spell Jeanette? No, never mind. I'll just Google
Very well.
So,
it. So Jeanette.
boarding, you do have only roughly space for 2 foot by 4 foot. So hopefully your backpacks and stuff will all fit in that space, unless you're going to pay extra for baggage, and you won't have access to the baggage while we're moving.
Not even in first class?
First class, you will have 5 foot by 5 foot,
Okay.
and they will provide the locks for those. So hopefully your belongings will fit into the rest of the space, and otherwise we'll have to stow it for you. So anything you don't want to be interfered with, let us know. We'll put that into storage before we get loading. Also, watching them load, you notice that they're loading a pretty imbalanced load. Mostly looks like foodstuffs. Large bags of grain, crates of fruit, that kind of thing. And
Any nanners?
Nanners?
Neener.
no, not given the climate we're currently in. No, but there also there were 4 boxes that you almost couldn't miss them loading, because they were 4 sec-gen pongets, these big ape-like dudes that moved these 4 large crates into a specific car, about 3 cars back.
They look like they know what
And
nanners are.
and when they loaded, they stayed with the cargo. They don't actually come back off.
okay, so
So the rumor is that one of the first class passengers is a Ponged noble traveling. Apparently, it looks like it might be a around the Horn trip, because he's obviously from the now.
yes.
Around the world and home again, that's the sailor's way.
So
The shit he throws don't stink.
okay, that confirms my suspicion. When you said the engineer was pre-split, I was wondering if the whole train pre-split, but no, we just saw second. So
Is there anybody that knows how to
I am
tailor
gonna.
around me?
You just took a tailor's kit?
Yeah, I want to go learn.
There's no one on the train that would know.
Alright.
Okay, so important lesson on Nycos. You want to learn a skill.
Yes.
When you get skills in D&D is when your character levels up.
Okay.
Usually that comes in the form of a feat.
Okay.
Or you can take attribute changes and then skills are like secondaries. What I do instead is you role play it for me. Show me that you're trying to learn it.
Oh no.
And after 6 or 8 or 10 weeks, you know it.
Okay.
You get to add it to your character sheet as a skill at that point, and then you can do stuff with it.
For example, he spent a lot of extra time talking about how finely dressed the conductor guy was. He probably knows a thing or two about fashion and clothing and whatnot.
Also, I mentioned the fact that his news article had addressing do's and don'ts for gnomes.
Fashion tips.
So you have to come into it with the idea of what can I get from the story that fits what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So think of it like we're both building a puzzle. I have a puzzle I want you to see. You're trying to build a puzzle of your own. That is your character.
That fits.
But you're trying to make that your puzzle fit with my puzzle.
I need to start listening better.
So you have some scissors and you're like trimming the sides.
Alright. I'll try listening better.
Or a piece of your cloth flies off and you have to go get another one.
What?
Him.
Saying sometimes the piece you're working on is not matching with the
Oh yeah.
pattern.
Sometimes you drop it in the coffee, it gets all soggy. You gotta throw it away.
That's just an added smell, you know? That's
Yes, and that is where you'll run into problems, because the harder you push on a place where I've kind of said this is not where we're going. I'm just clarifying. That's why there are points when players will go.
That's what I do sometimes on accident.
okay.
Yeah.
That's my
Alright.
player flaw.
I'll let the fabric go away.
Okay. So,
Such a lovely day for tinkering. Do.
Righto, so I'm gonna go. Are we off on the way now?
Well,
Your German master.
what is going to be your first order of business now that you're aboard? One of you is in first class and the rest are in stowage.
Man, way to split the party, guys.
Steerage.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is it that bought the ticket? I don't remember who bought that
Shame on you
ticket. So, one in first class, 3 in the rest of you in steerage. What are you wanting to do now that you're aboard? Did you determine there was anything that you wanted to put into into
Storage.
storage?
No,
For the
nothing
duration.
from me.
I can carry everything that I
Okay,
have.
that's all I'm clarifying.
yeah, I think I'm the same way because
Should I put my fabric storage? I
If you
bought
want.
fabric. So maybe I should
Are you going to be sewing while you're traveling?
yeah. Oh.
Then no. You
Then
don't want to
answer
put
your
it in
question.
storage.
Okay, so you're right.
But you only
Anything
have.
there is non.
Well, I'm thinking I have like a group of them, and then I can put some away, so I don't have to have them all with me.
Did I tell you my personal rule?
Go for it.
Especially with time travel,
What's up?
anything important, keep it with you.
Oh, because you lose things.
It's a lot harder to lose something if it's in your hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Technically, that's not true in real life, but you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Get the gist.
The computer is your friend. Keep your laser handy.
I'm gonna be making. I'm gonna be because I have a pouch. I use they're my magic from. I get my magic from. I'm gonna try and make more. I'm just gonna make a pouch in general. I'm gonna practice making pouches. And then
Component
move up
pouch.
And move up from there.
Okay.
So I feel like that'd be the easiest thing to make. Right.
Pillow's easier.
So when the train pulls out, you have a choice. You're either in your bunk
I'm in my
trying
bunk.
to sleep, or you are in the dining car, which it will be a la carte for all of you except for Mr. First Class.
Uh-huh.
Or you can be in the entertainment car. Entertainment car is fundamentally where it's like a lounge. There's chairs.
I like the lounge. That sounds awesome.
Tables.
That sounds perfect, actually.
You can get drinks there, but they're again at cost.
How much?
You haven't even gotten there yet. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
don't
I
know.
want to go there.
He's asking where do you
I'm
want to go.
I'm telling
I
you the
want-
places on board you can go.
Sorry.
These locations, each time period, you can choose one of them. You can't be in all of them.
Okay.
So
I
you
wanna-
tell me which one you're in.
Lounge.
You can be in the caboose. That's basically the back, and that's talking with the engineer or working with the toolkits and such back there.
Caboose.
I am for sure in the dining car hanging out with Laosael and Caribou.
Well, Corrigu walks the ship. He's going to. We
Okay.
actually.
He's the
is-
conductor.
I got half. It's okay. Their sales good.
I'm gonna be at the
Right,
lounge.
plus, there's also going to be some of the guests aboard the vessel will be there as well.
We're gonna be good friends. 'Cause I'm gonna eat everything she makes.
I'm so full.
One more, please.
So, dining car. Where are you starting?
I'm gonna also be in the lounge because I think that is probably the best place to start to gather
lounge.
information.
You are Caboose, and you are.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were pointing at him first.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. Okay.
Colonel Mustard.
What up?
With the pipe in
Too
the
early.
Yeah.
with the lead pipe.
All right.
We have
In the
So
Colonel
we'll
Mustard.
That was what the
start in
colonel
the
said.
back. In the caboose. In addition to Hydrocog
Colonel
and
Mustard's in the
yourself.
library with the wrench.
Nice.
The handgun.
That's a quote from Jumanji.
See what else we need back there.
The butler did it.
Working on looks like a music box, for lack of a better thing, a little tiny mechanical clockwork thing, is a kind of an unkempt little gnomish fellow by the name of Lincoln Unigage.
Okay.
He's in the back?
Yeah, yeah. So when you get back there, he's working on his little box, and he has his own little tool pack rolled out on his lap, and he's sitting cross-legged on top of the workbench.
Mm-hmm.
Iago has told him several times to get down, and he'll begrudgingly get down and sit on the bench and like normal, but a few minutes later he'll climb back up onto the table because for him it's more stable to work.
But no one
close.
sees him do it. He's just there again.
Yeah, it's like you're not really paying
Just
attention.
look
to
around. What?
Is there another workbench here, or is that the only one?
No, it's an entire it's an entire train car.
Yeah.
The caboose is where they've got like some of the mechanical pieces and such, and it's also where a lot of the pressure valves and such that Hydrocog has to watch to monitor the engine's performance.
I found a nice cleared off area to make as my workstation as I begin the project.
Okay. There is an attendant back here. Her name is Thorny Meadow Feverfew, and she's a midge. She's a little bit taller than you guys, dressed in a. It's kind of like a uniform, almost like let's say the classy version of the French maid's outfit. It's not the ultra short skirt. It's the mid-length skirt, bonnet on her head.
Actual maid outfit.
It has the little black vest, corner pocket with a little handkerchief sticking out of it. The apron has a place for her to put her feather duster, and she's
But she has the feather duster, you say?
she has a feather duster.
Oui, oui, baguette.
Anyway, so she's very accommodating. So anything that you need, she can help you with as far as additional bits and pieces, arts and bits. There is a small trade relationship for extra bits. If you're looking for something in particular, you provide a few trinkets and bits from your pile of goodies, and they'll give you equivalent nominal value.
Equivalent exchange.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, I did say I was buying all the supplies that I needed for this project.
Did we level up last time? No.
Not last time.
No.
Let's see. And of course for the, how do you call it? The red herring / anchor hook is a human
That's a poor
leaning in the corner of the car, clothes wrapped around him closely, pale, sallow face, peering dark eyes under bushy eyebrows, a floppy hat, but he's pretty particular to not be in anybody's way. But the problem with him is that he's so obviously trying not to be in people's way that it's
he gets
he gets a bit more attention than he's trying.
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting you?
Sorry.
Nobody noticed me.
Exactly. It's clearly
I'll just
trying
be
to
sitting
cast.
over here.
Yeah. Don't worry. Either you won't hear a word. I'm silent as the grave. Not a thing. I won't bother.
In case you were worried that I didn't
no,
interrupt you.
I don't need a drink. Thank you. Just in case you were thinking I might.
Sir, I'm just gonna be out of your way over there.
You got it. All right. So that's who's in that car.
The caboose.
Forward to the lounge. There is a silverback section. Probably weighs in at close to 350 pounds.
Oh,
He's
Big boy.
He's got two I guess you'd say chimpanzee attendants who basically one of them's providing him a manicure on his largest claw-like fingertips, and the other one is basically giving him an oiled shoulder massage as he's sitting in a chair that it doesn't fit him because the curve of his back is just a little too much, so he's clearly uncomfortable in the chair, and the second chimp is actually reaching way over him to get to the shoulders to do the massage. But the bigger of the three of them, just by asking Korgu as he passed by, you would know that this is Mabutu, who is the chieftain. And apparently those four other goons that loaded up in the after quarters in the storage cart are with him. Let's see. The second person that you would find in this car would be a very scarred up individual, dark black hair, thin black eyebrows, pencil thin mustache, doing the Van Dyke. So it's got the little mustache that turns into the devil-like beard, point. Okay. And he's got. His face looks like it was hit with a lightning bolt of scars. There's just all these different scars. They look like different. It's like they've sewed his face back together.
And this is in the lounge?
This is in the lounge.
Oh.
His clothing is all scarlet, very, very fluffy lace at his collar. His black belt across bears a long sword, and the opposite hip has it looks just like a belaying pin. You're thinking, why would he need a belaying pin? That's a nautical sailing tool used to attach sails to. But he's got it on his right hip. And his boots are up above his knee, folded down. Clearly looks like he's cleared for action. Looks like if he needed to, he could fight you a duel right here in the dock. Okay. His hair is down over his shoulders, and the inky blackness of his hair reflects an oily sheen that it actually is outshining his boots.
What a delightful person.
Now,
he's sitting in a chair completely improperly. He's curled so that his back is basically against the base of the chair. One foot sitting on his knee across, just all akimbo, like he owns the place. He's sipping on a reddish drink in a big one of those what they call cognac, the big low ball.
Brandy.
Yeah, that's
snifter?
some good stuff.
It's called a snifter.
No,
It's brandy glass.
No, it's a crystal.
Right.
goblin.
Oh, the big ones.
It's got the head. It's got the.
And then it has like the round top to like
the
where you
little
sniff it.
crystal stopper.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's sitting there so that the stem is between his fingers, so the base is here. He's also got basically it looks like a cigarillo at the end of a long smoking stick. So it's
so
this guy looks like style, panache, and a little bit of danger.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like him already.
Now the belaying pin, is that like when you described it, it's not like replacing a limb or anything. It's just he's got.
No, that's his secondary weapon. Is a belay.
A decanter.
A
Okay.
decanter. Yeah.
Decanter.
I actually like
Okay.
this bag now.
So,
The third person here, who is in a proper term, he looks like he's mauling his prime rib. Is this important, big round individual wearing the typical monastic bowl cut, the white baldness of the back of his head, brown Franciscan style robes. Basically, it looks like somebody who should be, by the way he's attacking his food, Dominican, but by dress looks Franciscan. If you don't know
Is he in the dining car?
in the dining car.
Okay. From the
No, it's in the lounge.
Oh,
He's brought his platter of food into the lounge.
How rude.
I love this guy already.
You
He's so
could see
uncouth.
you could see when Korugu passed him, Korugu looked at him with this look of like disdain, like what the hell are
you
you doing?
really.
But he did stop. He had enough. Korugu had enough class to stop and produce a couple of extra napkins for him. This gentleman's got he's got a napkin stuffed inside of his Franciscan. It's a Franciscan robe. You don't care about that. Normally, the Franciscans are the really plain, brown
Sackcloth.
sackcloth and ashes kind of appearance. Dominicans are the ones that would wear all the brilliant colors and brocades. So it looks like somebody's taken a Dominican priest and jammed it inside of a Franciscan clothing.
Wow. Not inconspicuous at all, but
You'll be able to tell from his voice.
The final person in the car is a white-haired, white eyebrows, ashen-skinned, and yet oddly cheerful-looking dwarf. He's wearing whites and grays and idly picking at a mandolin.
And a what?
Mandolin.
Mandolin?
so
It's a long-necked instrument. His hand barely makes it to the base of the instrument. So the big bowl of the mandolin is sitting across his belly, and he's like reaching over the top trying to play this thing. But a look of sheer joy in his face indicates that he's really enjoying, really having a great time with the music he's performing.
so
And he's only playing like a couple of riffs of a song, and then he'll stop and move his hands, switch keys, and play a different song altogether.
I'm going to go talk to him.
Okay, so that's on. I'm just giving you who's on
Okay.
board. The next car up would be dining car. We already said that letter L is there. There's a swarthy brown-haired individual wearing blue jerkin. His platter indicates that he's paid for the rich meal. Lots of foods. But he's only picking at some of the meats along the edge of his platter. He has a look of nice look of anger and distrust. So he's like eyeing everybody else in the car while he's picking at his food. Even though like I said, it looks like there's plenty. So if he was really hungry, he'd be going at it, but he's not. Across the table from him, dressed in red and gold finery, Fu Manchu mustache, bald head, rings on every finger, including his thumbs, is a person who might be of one of the ancient dynasties of man. His skin is a deepish, burnished, like a reddish brown tone, and he's eating from the same fine dinner as the circumspect individual, but he's using an odd instrument. It looks like chopsticks, but at the end of the chopsticks are little tiny hands. And so when he reaches forward, the little hands reach out and grab food, and he's able to bring them to his mouth with his
Like, do the hands move?
Yeah, the fingers articulate.
Oh.
Like they're
When
alive.
he brings it to his mouth, it just
They just release. So he lets it, puts the food between his lips, and as his lips close, the little hands let go.
Can
Ooh.
you just imagine one like
That
putting
is
it,
gross.
placing it on his tongue and caressing his lip.
Yeah,
He pulls back.
it could actually be.
just a little tap.
It's weird. My brain's weird.
No, it's weird as if he threatens you by threatening to gouge out an eye with it.
And the final figure in this car is a broad-nosed, also of dwarvish descent, with no facial hair, no eyebrows,
Must blew him off.
no eyelashes. Looks like he's picked every hair from his body. Dressed in white, a white band across his forehead, a crystal, a stylized or artist embroidered crystal seven-sided image in the front of his forehead on the band, and then a white cowl over that. Sitting cross-legged, no plate in front of him, fingers up like this as he kind of rocks as the cars are moving.
So we have a guy in blue.
Yes.
What was he?
The circumspect individual with brown hair picking at his food, not looking very distrustfully at everybody else.
Race. What was?
Humans.
Ancient human in red and gold, and the
Dwarf.
white.
And then, now we don't know how many people are in the sleeping car because you're not going to go flip open the little curtains to see who
Am
was
I
in there.
not?
Hello!
Not
Hello?
in first class,
Hello?
anyways.
Exactly.
But, and I am also in the dining car.
That was the three cars we're dealing with right now. So we'll deal with the rest of the possible down the road. So who are we going to engage? Who are we going to engage with? If anybody.
I'm going straight to Lair Sale and put my order in. By
No,
that I
by
mean
the time you get in there, she'd be at your table.
I'm
What?
ordering one of each.
One of each. Starting at the low end, or are you just going to start with the appetizers and move down?
I paid for a first class ticket, and so I'm gonna go from the most expensive and fill up on that, and then work my way down.
All right, prime rib it is.
Do you have the little fishy things? The red ones in the shell, the pinchy.
Oh, no, there's kind of a moratorium on those going into 5th iteration, as you'll find out why.
I don't get near the sea much, so if you got any of that food, I'd like to try it.
Gotcha.
I hear it's good. Too scared to find out.
He wants a live lobster.
Yeah, we have Cathalobster.
Delicious.
It's got giant claws.
Yeah, Cathalobster.
Yeah,
The
it's
thrabs.
just
You got a bad case of thrabs there.
No, Cathron, but that's another whole story.
I already feel it twisting around my taste buds.
Cathrimp.
That just sounds like you have a
Cathrimp
bad
cocktail.
lisp. Can I get them Cathrimp?
Please.
Cathrimp cocktail.
With the coconut.
The marinara.
Okay. So he's ordered his meal. Going back to the lounge car. You guys are in the lounge car. What are you doing over there? Who you want to engage with, if any of them?
I'm gonna very cautiously walk over and bow to the large silverback pumpkin.
Okay. As you approach him, he's eyeing you rather conservatively. And he shushes away the guy that's working on his fingernail, on his fingers, and that person then trots towards you and says, if you please, sir, what business have you with my lord Mabutu?
I have been away for a long time, and am wondering how our people are being mistreated by the other races.
How's the plight of our people?
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. He says, we are actually on the third leg of a four period visit to resolve those very issues. Are you an emissary for one of the nations?
I am a sort of traveling
Hero.
call me a prophet of sorts.
A prophet. Oh. One word of caution. Mobutu is a bit superstitious. He is not averse to such things as forth-telling, but be careful. He's actually in pursuit of a missing mask.
Why is this
The
any
mask?
cause for concern?
Is this the mask that turns you, that has a green face when you put it on and you like
He starts
smoking?
Jim
Are you
Carrey.
in this car?
Yeah, I'm in the same car as he is.
So what are you doing?
Oh, I'm
Clearly eavesdropping over his
sorry.
song.
I was just
Okay. No, what I'm getting at is, are you going to start asking
Talking.
those questions right now?
want to, but no, that's not what I'm gonna do.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking, are you doing that?
No, no.
Okay.
Is
So
it-
realize that when you do that in game,
Oh.
I have no choice if you are there, but to assume that you are,
Oh.
unless you specifically say, "Hey, out of game,"
Oh.
"Hey, out of character," or "Hey, just to clarify." But when you respond as you just did,
In character.
It feels like
I
it's
have
a
to
character.
assume that it's in character.
Okay.
That's why one reason why I do a voice, just so I try to
Separate the two.
separate as much as possible.
Same.
Which doesn't always work, but
Right.
Okay, next I'll try to say out of character next time if I say anything.
Yeah, it's actually simpler if you actually pick an affectation for what you think Tomato Jack sounds like.
a way to carry yourself or something.
Either your hand positionings, like I had one person who, because he didn't want to have to actually do the talking himself, he had a seeing eye dog that talked for him. So he would do, "I'm the dog now," and so his hands would reappear whenever he spoke. So we knew that he was in character as the dog answering for him.
I'm Tomato Jack. Come to me on the day of my father's synagogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you
Okay.
don't, you see, so if you
Sorry.
don't do that, all I can assume is that you start asking that question. So when you turn in this case and you say, "Oh, is this the mask?" Shh. He's gonna shush you. The other ape is going to shush you. But Mbutu's gonna go, "Bring him forward. He sounds interesting." No, not the monkey. The other one.
Throw the monkey back.
I kind of want to be that now.
You just did. You're now being brought forward.
Okay.
Mbutu.
Okay, I am gonna cautiously watch this
Okay.
and see where this goes.
Okay. Okay. Now notice something else here. This is something when I talk about action magnet. This is called scene jumping.
Scene jump.
I was asking what he was doing,
Oh, and I just took
and
a
you
scene.
And you
literally
just-
took the camera and said, "Look at me."
Alright.
This scene jumping, it's okay once in a while, but if it becomes a regular thing, it becomes problematic.
Yes.
So if I draw attention to it now, maybe it won't happen later.
Alright, I'll try it.
But
yeah.
in this case, you have jumped
Yeah.
this scene. You literally jumped
Yeah,
this scene.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying
So-
to.
Xavier
I was
is
like,
gonna
nobody
The
punch-
problem
tries.
here is that Mbutu has already made it clear that he's looking for masks.
Alright.
So when
Yeah.
you start talking about a mask, he wants to know what you know. And realize that in any conversation in game, you guys really need to find out what I know, what my characters know. I already know what you know. So you
Yes.
giving me opportunities to gather even more information is actually a negative for you because more bad guys are learning more about your information.
don't tell him anything.
I don't-
By that I mean John.
I am.
Nice.
I kind of want the mask to exist in this world now.
So that's well, this goes back to what I said earlier. When you want something,
Alright.
Just say
it will affect the story.
What's that one affirmations.
It's a good movie.
You say that it exists.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thrice spoken, once fulfilled.
Yeah.
Is the magical term.
Like, Cthulhu will come on this train.
Cthulhu will come on the train.
He will come on this train.
I don't
Cthulhu
want him.
will.
I don't want him to come onto the train. I don't want
Well,
him
it's
to
always
Accept him into your heart.
Is this a
I
train
don't
of
want
thought?
Is this your own personal
We've
Cthulhu?
lost the train of thought. It's,
Yes. Okay.
That's why Cthulhu showed up.
So, speak to me of the mask of which you seek. We may perhaps find ourselves on kindred courses.
Is it made of wood? It has a metal strip down the middle. It has like bolts inside the metal.
Keep going.
I'm asking you the one you're looking for.
No. You. That's not. No, I'm helping you find what the mask is you're looking for. So your mask is this metal one, has a metal bar and bolts?
Green wood.
The green wood, and it has like very special power to turn, say, where it's into a being of certain power that's very comedic, but very how to say
The first time around with
immortal
that was fun.
in
The
a
second
sense.
time was kind
To a certain sense.
You're looking for a
There's a
mask of
sequel.
immortality.
No.
It's somewhat immortal. It's not.
A mask of immortality.
Yes.
And you say that it conveys certain magical powers. Where would I find such a mask?
Jim Carrey's pajama drawer.
Sock drawer.
Last I seen it was. Oh, last I
You've
heard.
seen it!
Last
Oh,
last
an
I.
eyewitness! Please,
Sorry.
tell us more.
Witness it.
Damn it! The movie. Our character. I
Know what you said.
I know.
Real quick. You're going off of the Jim Carrey movie, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's semi-safe. Just don't go after the comics.
Comics.
Ooh.
There was a comic book before. That's what
Really?
inspired the movie.
Oh,
It's
I gotta
brutal.
read this. I gotta read this movie.
Okay.
No, it has nothing. The movie is basically like
A kiddie version.
So you know the
comic
part?
book to the movie is basically like 5-year-olds to teenagers.
No, it's like 5-year-olds
No, that's-
to like 40-year-olds. The thing is a horror. It's a horror.
It's a Cthulhu thing. It's exactly what he was asking for.
not
I didn't ask
even
for
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
It's
No.
like,
I said it's exactly what he was asking for.
Oh.
If it's a tune went completely psychopathic. So
Oh.
like it is so gory and bloody and horrifying, it was banned in places.
Really?
Yeah, like when anvils dropped on people, you'd see the bits.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
he would like say, "Oh,
Let's
here's a
not-
bomb." Put it in someone's throat and they would explode.
Whoa.
You know that scene in the movie where the guys who want to screw him over for the car repair,
Yeah.
when he like shoves a muffler into the guy,
Yeah.
you see what would happen to a human being that had a muffler shoved at his throat's all puffed out and his head's broken and it's coming out of it's bad.
Whoa. I didn't know about this. I need to look this up.
Let's move past this though.
And not right now, but I was going
So
for
tell
the
me more
comment.
about where did you see this mask?
I don't know.
A big
I saw
screen.
nothing. I've in my worst nightmares.
I am
Big screen.
But no one was really hurt with this mask. It was they were more like,
It doesn't sound like you could be hurt if you were immortal.
I mean, the people that you hurt. You try.
I have this mask?
You can't hurt.
You're gonna get
anything.
this mask from me?
I'm not giving it to you. It's too much.
You
power.
have it?
I don't have it. I'm not getting it for you. I'm saying. But
But
the last
you
time
said you saw it. Well, last time you saw it, it was.
it was thrown into the ocean.
How does your foot taste, by the way?
It tastes
I-
terrible.
It's getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I want to stop now.
I am literally
I want off the train.
my
I want
made
off the
this,
rope.
by the way. I
What?
wonder if what you think of it. Oh, it's bad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We were talking about masks, and now you're trying to shove a piece of cloth in my face. What is this?
It was supposed to
Are
be.
you
a
intentionally
pow-
wasting my time?
No, I just
Yes,
didn't want.
yes.
Yes, I am.
You
It's
shout over and you go,
D&D.
yes, he is. Do you know this person?
he is
Do not say it.
He's our fool.
Don't you say it,
my
Taylor.
Monkey.
he is
He's my
Yeah.
source of monkey
he
business.
is my tailor, but he is not very good right now at tailoring.
Ouch.
No, I rolled.
So why is he talking about masks? Is this above his ken? Do you have the mask?
I'm gonna walk away.
No, you're not going anywhere.
He meant mask in terms of the French play type.
We are.
Good thing you're not there. So you're way in a completely different other car.
We are.
He meant the
Fuel.
French.
I'm mad.
The door opens. I believe he was talking about.
I'm
We
communicating
are.
with you.
I'm eating prime rib and shrimps.
Honestly, I too am seeking the mask.
This
But
mask, this green mask of which he's speaking.
I have no idea what he is talking about.
That's my. It's,
Clearly, he is.
Oh, please. I recommend you probably would want to return to steerage at this point.
Huh? Say again?
Felix, make sure he goes to start.
And I'll back off.
Wait.
The ape that was doing his fingers.
He's putting you away.
He basically grabbing you by the shoulder and literally high shouldering you out towards the steerage quarters where you sleep.
I was in the lounge, damn it.
And
I was enjoying myself.
I am actually going to help the.
You help Felix? You're gonna help Felix to get him out?
Yeah, because I
was
am
about to attack
a
now.
little embarrassed
Okay,
by this whole situation.
Okay. So you get high stepped out into the next car, and then the door closes.
I'm gonna blow up the door. It's I have the right to be in there.
No, you don't.
I don't.
No, you don't.
You don't have the right to blow up
You
the
have
door.
access to the car, but your commentary about the mask, intentionally interfering with the king,
Okay.
what
Yeah.
this guy's doing, just made it so that he had his people escort you.
All right then.
He's
Now, you
first
can
class,
complain.
Your last class.
You want to
I
complain?
am complaining.
You're gonna complain to Koragu. You can complain to Koragu. You could look for Laercel.
I do want to look for Leo.
You could murder him.
I was considering it for a second.
Just kidding.
No.
That was out of character. I was not in
That was out of
accent.
character too.
No.
So
I was agreeing with you.
I am.
Okay, once you've escorted him out, Ferrex goes, like I said, he's a little testy about masks. Be careful.
Let me tell you about Zorro.
He.
It's a good.
That's how we make Batman.
Sorry, I remember.
I am gonna.
Move your motions to the chair beside him. Have a seat.
I'll sit down.
What's the size difference here?
Yeah, that is a. You said silverback, so I'm assuming.
He's about 7.5 feet tall. He's big.
Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks good on you.
and
Yeah, it fits Glenn totally. Yeah, especially.
So he's like 7 foot tall from knuckle to head.
Exactly.
I got it.
so you haven't.
So Ferris tells me you're a prophet.
I have. He'll look around.
Well, you know who's in the car, so.
Yeah, I have heard the word, and I know what he wants us to do.
Please. What is it that
Wait, you
he
did the wrong
who
side.
comes wants? Because from what I understand, he requires of us the recovery.
Nope, not working.
He does seek the mask. However, let me ask you, section to section, are we,
Pongit to Pongit,
Pongit.
friend.
are we, do you consider us equal to men?
We are men, are we not? That is the law.
And that's why I was asking what our situation was. How are the other races treating our people?
How else would they treat us other than as men?
So it is fair. So the
What do you mean? When you, I'm confused. Do you live in a place where we have been marginalized, where we've been made less than man? Were you there before the uplift? Have you seen the Secgen itself?
The true Genesis.
kind of sprung his head to.
And Mobutu's physically leaning forward out of his chair, so he's like inches from your face.
One knuckle on the ground.
Yeah.
All I have seen, my lord, is his face.
You've seen the face of Honey? Are you an artist?
He'll actually pull out a quill and paper and try and draw. Okay, he is not trying to draw Baphomet out of character. He is not trying to draw Baphomet as
Right.
he saw him, but he's trying to
Draw the mandrill.
Yeah.
The blue cheek mandrill based creature.
Yeah.
As soon as you start to draw it, he stops you. He says, "You are no prophet. You're an evangel." You have been in the presence of the one who is coming.
Isn't that what I
You've been to the realm of the master. I did not know that a Pongad Asamar was possible.
Pongamar?
What
gas?
does that mean?
No, all of a sudden my mental picture was
Yeah.
winged monkeys.
Yes! Yes, that is the image I am getting in my and now for you. Grim. We are
There's more than one of you?
no, I am
And
recently ascended.
You have ascent. Wait, are you suggesting that he is of a nature beneath us?
No, he chose me to be his spokesman.
Oh, you've been uplifted.
Yes.
I love it. He made a comment earlier about find out what they know, not tell them what we know.
Yes, and
And what do we do with
I'm
this
doing
information?
the exact opposite, I know.
You can save the situation by lying
Quickly.
a lot.
Perjure.
Like saying
I'm
that
gonna
he's
blow
about
up the
loving
door now
one
to make
another
him
and dying for our sins.
Out of
and-
character. No, blow up the character.
The
If it's out of character, you don't need to announce it.
he actually does not want us to go to war with the other races. He wants us to show them that we are. He wants us to repay them in kind. If they hurt us, we have the right to hurt them back with equal force. If they treat us well, we must repay their kindness with an equal amount of kindness.
How much?
All the kindness.
No. How much do you charge? What will it cost for me to put you in my employ?
He wants a private priest.
No, I want a war council.
I'm not there.
Priestly private.
War council.
I am.
Throw the bananas. Throw the bananas.
So about that murder on the train.
They're about to have one.
I am.
The finger pyramid of evil contemplation.
Say. 5.
Hail too.
Okay, before you answer,
Yes, I'm.
think for a second. Do
Yeah.
you want to be in this person's employ?
I mean, honestly not.
Is this going to serve your personal purpose?
Money would.
Is it going to serve the collective purpose of the group? Is it going to get us any closer to getting the Fellstones put away?
No, I don't think so. I think this is a complete wrap, and I really don't want this. But I.
So instead of thinking about how to respond to my questions, realize that a person who is asking questions is seeking information, and the best thing you can do to prevent that is to ask questions yourself.
Where was the last mess you saw?
Well, no, that's okay. That's called a non sequitur. We are on task on a conversation about you. So if he's asking you about what it's going to cost for you to be his employee, ask about what he's wanting to employ you for.
Why is he going to war?
Well, he did say war council.
No, I only said that in response to him.
So what matter of employment are you offering?
Oh, no, I'm clearly responding to what you just said. If you've been in the presence of the master, and the master commands that we get what we deserve from the others, then I am ready to make action to make that the case in the places where we have already gained our own autonomy. And therefore I'm looking for a war council.
So you're telling me that in certain areas...
Okay, now you're making a statement.
Do you mean to say that the others have been weakened?
Well, you're using an interesting term. You're speaking of in the now, yes?
I mean, punket to punket, we are travelers from that time.
Well, no, but I'm asking. You're asking about others, and you're using this. We no longer call them others. We call them men.
So men have been weakened.
No, man has been enriched. We have yet another source of power brought to us from the heavens. The other was the winged abomination that made its claim.
That
We were here. He was not.
I'm like so confused now.
so
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
so what does this winged
You're not hearing this, so.
what is this winged abomination?
You heard his voice.
Oh.
He called for the destruction of our brethren
Scared you?
on the basis that they were a threat. But our experiences with them have been nothing but advantageous to us.
So you want to
You can see my eyes.
No, I can't.
Oh, here it is.
you want to go to war against
You're
this
blinking my
creature?
head.
I'm not going to war. You're the one who said that he wants war.
No.
You just brought me this portent, this prophecy. You use the term prophet for yourself, and then you say that he wants us to go to war to get from them what we should deserve.
That is not exactly what I meant. My apologies. What I mean is,
My apologies.
we should treat. What I meant was, we should, if war does come, it should be, we should not start it. My plan is to see
Your plan? Or his plan?
War,
his
ca-
plan.
War Council.
Is to see what they do. I know that he is seeking the items. Sorry, I don't want to. I'm getting back on the mask for 1 second. He is seeking those.
Oh, yes, I'm aware of that. He is going to appoint the 12 of us who find the masks as his emissaries and grant to us certain powers.
However, he told me that the humans must be protected.
That makes no sense. But this is why you would have to be my war counsel. Again, what will it cost me?
Regrettably, I am traveling with others and I would have to consult with them.
So there were others that saw him.
No.
Say I'm on my father's mission.
He revealed himself to
How crass.
me personally, but I travel with others that did not see his face. But I need
Oh, their faith is even stronger, for they believe without seeing?
Alright, let's
Are you
see if I can do
twisting?
this.
He's writhing in the
I have some more
wind.
shovels if you want to borrow them.
I am.
At any time, you can tap out of these kind of things because it can go down to a dice roll. Remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a dice roll because I am running out of.
So what is it to do a verbal grapple check?
Yeah, so what you do is you actually do a deception check to get him off subject.
Yeah, so mine.
Verbal
You have a
gymnastics.
stain on your shirt.
Exactly.
I made it.
It looks strangely like our god.
Really?
Get out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're
Dang
on
it!
phone.
Okay, this is gonna be terrible.
Can't say him, can't summon him.
15.
So. Deception 12. Because it's charisma based.
Oh, that's right. His charisma is like a 5.
God dang it.
Yeah. You end up giving more information than you intended, clearly.
Ah.
And
Of
when
course.
you walk away, he's not convinced that you know. The good news is that he's not convinced that you know where the masks are. So he's not going to pursue that angle with you any further. But then again, he also now is not going to be approachable from the standpoint of you being an authority on the subjects.
That's good.
Yes, you actually
Yeah,
you want that. You don't want the opposite. You don't want him thinking that you know stuff you don't know.
yeah, and that was my goal with the dice roll because I was quickly falling into a deep hole that I couldn't see a way out of.
Yes.
So how's the prime rev?
We come back to you, and we're not done with the rest of the ship. We're moving our way south now. Okay, so finally, who are you going to interact with? Anybody on it?
I wasn't planning on interacting. I'm doing my tinkering. The only time I was going to talk to anyone was just if...
So what do you
I'm
need
mis-
from me for the tinkering mechanic? What do you need?
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, as I said before, I pretty much got almost all the material, so I just need time to flash weld, create magic, everything together.
Okay,
And Tinker's tools.
what's the equivalent level of the magic symbol? Approximately.
First level.
So tell me what it is we're doing. What is it that you're wanting to accomplish in this part?
I need to heat metal very hot, so I'm going to be...
No, I'm not asking for the mechanic. I'm asking mechanically what you want.
Well, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at. I have the spell Burning Hands. Is it possible, since Burning Hands is usually it cones out, is there a way to push it inward so it's more like a torch?
Again, I'm not asking for the... Mm-hmm. I'm all for you giving the description on how it happens. I want to know what it is we're trying to accomplish. What is it you want out of this?
I currently need to attach 2 pieces of metal bar and a inner spindle to basically make the, for lack of better terms, a cotton candy machine.
I love that
Okay.
idea.
Therefore, let's make the assumption that you're because what you're talking about is actually creating the other spell, which is the arc light, which is what you're trying to create, right? The welding light.
I just need enough heat to get the two
Let's just
together.
call it arc light.
Okay.
For lack of a better term. And it's going to be the focus energy of a level 1 spell, because that's what the Burning Hands is, right? It's not
Burning Hands is a level 1, yes.
Okay, and therefore, instead of doing a bundle of damage, it's going to be very precise from 1 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 is light, and 8 is
high.
8 points of damage. So therefore, roll a d8 for effect.
All right.
And then before you do that, what are the 2 metals we're trying to heat?
Iron.
Okay, so you'll need an 8 to make it work.
Okay.
Well, am I doing this right?
It's a 4.
Okay, so it doesn't heat up sufficient. So what I'm getting at is therefore now, as many times as you have that spell slot, you can now attempt to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
If I cast it as a higher spell slot, does that change anything, or does it just use it at the same rate?
We might as well just use it at the lower spell level. There's no reason to.
Okay, there's no reason to upcast.
Well, if you
Well, if
upcast,
you're going to
you
go,
get,
you cast to get higher temperatures above the 8.
Yes, because
well,
you said I
if
need
he's
the
looking for an 8, and he upcasts it, so that's 2d8.
2d8's got 2 chances. Yeah, that's right.
So then, but if you get 2 4s, that's 8.
Wait, what?
Oh, I can argue that. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So
can.
yeah, I'm gonna upcast it to 2 to.
A 6
Try
and
and-
2, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got to add up to exactly 8. Can't go over because it'll over melt it if you do. Is that fair?
Yeah.
1, you bastard. He goes 1 as I drop it.
Show me 7.
4.
Yep. So that's twice it hasn't succeeded.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try it once more. 1. 2.
The young halfling will come over, dab your brow from the fervor of trying to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having difficulties, my friend?
Yes,
Everyone's getting
I'm having great difficulties getting this hot enough.
Oh, might I suggest the brazier?
If I'm allowed to make use of it.
Of course, it's a part of the equipment here.
Perfect.
Therefore, you can do it as a non-magical thing. It just
Yep.
takes longer to heat it up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, gonna do that.
Okay.
Stoke the flames.
And eventually, no, it's just a little gas, basically.
Oh, it's a gaslight one.
Bunsen burner, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
All right.
All right. So yeah,
And since
that's,
you're not interacting with anybody else, the only thing you'll notice is that the shifty guy keeps pacing from the front of the caboose to the back.
he's just pacing and
He's watching everything.
okay.
Okay.
All right. So at the end of that first period of time, let's go ahead and roll. Somebody roll me a d8.
Huh. Okay. 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. So the craft will shudder a bit,
Oh,
and you'll
Yeah.
feel an odd feeling of weird physical parallax as it feels like your bodies are rotating, like the cars are leaning. Only holds for a few seconds, and then it stabilizes again. So your platter of food just slowly slides across the table for a little bit.
Then slides back.
No, it stops. It just
Oh.
Does anyone else in my car react?
Let's see, who else was in your car?
Namely, Layer Sail is cooking. Then we have the human in blue. That's Shifty.
Yeah, he's actually seems to be more confident after the transition and is like falling into his food now. Like it was almost like it was too warm or too cold or whatever. And now it's an edible.
And then
No.
there was the ancient. Human
The guy with the
in red
weird
and gold.
weird chopsticks. He's continuing to pick at his food.
He didn't show any real change.
The only thing that shifts for him is he shifts his clothing a bit. Like the clothing actually moved in. He moved within his clothing.
And then there was the
white-haired priest.
The non-haired priest.
Right, non-haired priest.
The white one.
Yes. And he switches knees, basically, crosses his legs the other way.
What about Layer's tail?
Layer's still, she's glad to see you enjoying your food, so she's like, what's next after the rib? And the rib was pretty scrumptious.
Round 2. You know how to do a Scotch egg.
Scotch egg. Please describe.
So you take an egg,
Uh-huh.
you wrap it in bacon,
Okay.
and then you take that and you take meat of your choice, and you grind it up and you put it on the outside,
Okay.
and then you put batter around that and you deep fry it.
See what I can do?
Some fancy egg.
She comes back with a platter of the monstrous egg. Good
Aye,
platter.
that'll do it. I cut into it. The yolk comes running out. If you do it.
More than likely, she probably didn't. She probably got a little too overdone.
But it's still oozy a little bit.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd have to give it back.
Yeah. All right. So you got pushed out of the cart. We're back to you. Where did you? Do you want to go back into the lounge?
Oh no, I'm making bags, and I've been.
So you're climbing into your
Bag.
sleeping thing and then just making bags.
Yeah, I've been rolling like 10 below is a fail, and 10 up.
So
is
you're building the tables. That's.
Oh, that's what that is.
Don't build tables.
Sorry.
You talk to
Oh, then I-
When you want to be a game master, then you worry about that kind of thing.
Sorry.
That's right. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not wanting to take away from you your creativity. I'm just clarifying that you don't need to know. If you're looking for, is it a good bag or is it a bad bag?
Oh, I didn't know.
Creating a basic bag is not difficult. So,
Oh, no.
are you doing it out of 2 pieces, 4 pieces?
Oh, then I'd rather you do it then.
I'm asking.
How-
You doing 2
You
pieces or
design
4
it. He
pieces?
tells you how well it turns out.
Okay, so at first I try to make a bag that has ears on it. It's like a little monkey that has like a backpack in the bag.
Oh, it's a big bag.
It's a backpack. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
it's an
monkey.
oversized bag in the shape
Okay,
of a
so
monkey.
how many pieces are you making the primary bag out of? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
One. This is one pocket, really.
Oh, so I pocket.
Yeah.
So you're making 1 seam. So it'll be cone shaped.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's the shape of the cloth that you're starting with?
It is. Square, I'm guessing, and then I'm
Okay, if
sewing
it's
it.
square, so you're making 1 seam.
Yeah.
So are you going to make the seam all? Are you going to fold it in half and make a seam all the way around the other 3 sides? Are you going to make it down one side and across the bottom?
I was gonna do all 4 sides and then have one side open, and then
I'm not sure what you mean.
no. So I was gonna okay. So like you have.
So do you want to go into the micro details of making pockets?
Take a piece of paper and fold it how you would do it.
Okay.
That would be easiest.
Okay, before you get to that point, my point is this: are we making bags because you want to have a particular skill in making bags?
No, I just wanted to make this bag now because it looked cool, and I was like, oh, it'd be fun to make. I know, and I was trying to be. I was just trying to be my character, I guess.
Then you're just you're just sewing.
Yeah, so I'm just experimenting.
So all you want to do with the dice rolls, feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to
You're
do.
making bags.
I'm sorry.
No. Roll a d4.
D4.
No, that's
Wow.
a D6.
That's a D6.
Sorry, I can't see any of your dice, so I can't tell you what colors.
4.
Okay. So it will take you 4 hours to make the first bag.
All right, I'll go
So
for
he's
it.
working on a bag.
Makes sense for someone who's never really done it before.
Well, it's literally you start sewing, you go, oh, that's not going to work, and then you strip that cloth and try again. Since you've never done it before, it's going to take you a while to figure out the basics.
That's what I meant.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Sorry.
But the point is that we can make it as simple or as complex as you want to make it. And the more complex you make it, the longer it's going to take, and the less you're going to be able to interact with other people.
The cooler it'll be.
The more specified.
Yeah.
The more it'll match exactly what you want out of it. But it won't be, like I said, you're not building any new knowledge to the story, etc. So
Oh, okay.
you're interfering with your own progression within the story, and you're interfering with the overall story's flow if you're not engaged.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of people on board this train that you're not going to get a chance to talk to.
Oh.
Not that you need to talk to all of them. Some of them are complete red herrings and have nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
So, but you've set up that you're for the next 4 hours you're sewing, so that takes you out of the equation. You're in your little cubicle. The one thing I will tell you is that about 2 hours into it, a young lady of Asian descent, a round flat hat upon her head, opens your curtain by accident. She doesn't seem to think you're there or whatever, and she slips something rather heavy between the mattress and the frame that you're sleeping upon. She pulls the hand down, closes the curtain. She didn't see you, or she didn't see that you saw her. You saw her. You totally saw her.
I'm gonna. Can I look at? I'm gonna take the paper and look at it.
You're gonna reach under the what? No, I said it was something heavy. I didn't say it was.
Oh, I thought it was a piece of paper. Or
No,
something.
she put something underneath between the two cloths. Are you going to immediately go to get it while she's close by, or are you going to wait till she's walking away?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Okay. Now she's walked away. What do you? Gonna reach other.
I'm gonna have a look at it because.
So you're gonna pull the cloth back to look at it? Okay. It's a brown leather pouch, a drawstring, black thread, pulled tight, and the cloth, the string spun around it several times. On the outside of the bag is some kind of, for lack of a better term, calligraphic symbol.
I'm gonna take the bag and the fabric and leave the contents where it's at.
How can you do that? It's
I
it's
don't.
wrapped up closed
Oh, okay.
and laying there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like okay.
I just described what it looked like.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna open it up and.
So you're gonna unwind the cloth, unwind the string.
Yeah.
Okay. Open the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. When you open the bag, black powder comes out. Make a Constitution save.
20.
Yep.
17. Plus.
You cough and sputter. Have to climb out of the bedding because the little space you're in completely fills with the black dust.
Wow. That's cool.
You're standing there. Your face is covered with the black powdery stuff. It's all over the front of your shirt. It's all over the bedding inside the space that you were sleeping in.
I washed my face with my spout. What do you call it?
Prestidigitation?
That one.
So, as you're casting, you hear a voice say, "Can you keep it down out there? I'm trying to sleep." This is a voice a couple of bunks over.
Old? Over.
What?
Did you say old or
A couple of bunks over.
over? Okay, sorry.
Couple of bunks over. Keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
Okay. Give me a second. I gotta clean myself.
Guy leans out. He's got whiskers on the sides of his face, but his chin is clean shaven. He has a helm on his head, which is really weird to be sleeping in his bunk with his helmet on. But he's broad-faced, rather large-nosed, dwarf-like individual, and says, "You want the problem, boy? I was trying to get some sleep in here now."
I'm not trying to stop you from getting stuff. I'm just gonna clean myself for a second.
Just shut up now!
You shut up.
He climbs out. Reaches back into his bunk. You hear the drag of metal as he pulls out a mace out from underneath his blankets. Do you want some napping time? Or are you going to shut your mouth and get back in your bunk?
Do, 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 do.
Digging the hole.
I go back into the bunk.
Climb sheepishly back into your bunk. As soon as the curtain closes, you hear the scrape of the metal as he puts the mace back and crawls back into his bunk.
Sorry, I need to run to the restroom.
Back to the lounge. After your conversation with Mbutu is completed, what are you going to do next? You just felt that weird distortion. You going to engage with somebody else here, or are you going to leave?
Okay, you said that there was Wait, that's in the dining car. I'm getting confused. Because there's two shifty humans.
Mm-hmm. There's a shifty human that's back in the caboose. There's a shifty human in the dining car.
Okay, so
In
But
your
you're in the
card,
lounge.
you
Yeah.
have Mbutu. There is the red-clothed, scarred-faced, greasy-haired
Swordsman looking dude.
guy, and the monk that is ravishingly eating his ribs.
Yeah, he's now on to chicken. He's moving on to his second course. Oh, and he's not getting food from the dining car. He's actually producing from inside of the greasy pockets of his Franciscan monk outfit. You would not think that he's just he's so bulky that he actually has pockets where you think it would just folds in his clothing, but he's actually got food in there.
Full steaming roast chicken.
Exactly.
okay, I'm
With potatoes that he has to
Yeah.
pull out individually from his
And
pockets.
Full-length
Is
carrot.
this like a
I am
It's like
a
Hagrid.
special pockets?
seeing this. I am mildly curious, and I'm gonna be like, casually walk up. How do you?
As you come walking up, he's gorging on the food, motions for you to have a seat. Want some chicken? I got a couple extra pieces back here if you want.
Here, I'll give it a shot.
Well, didn't know pumpkins ate meat. Help yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly nibble on it because this has been inside his clothes, and
Yes, but when you feel the temperature of it, it feels steaming hot, like he just took it from inside of a pot.
interesting.
Linty.
How?
Linty. It's got that weird belly button dust flavor.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to assume. Amazing. How do you keep this?
He says, special kitchens. Oh, Dominic's the name. You are?
Xavier.
Ah. You know my Xavier?
No.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Xavier.
And I don't know if you know my Xavier.
I have never heard of anyone named. Wait, this. So,
No, I'm speaking. I am Father Dominic.
oh, I get you.
I am of the Brotherhood of the Monists, and there is but one Allfather, and his descendant are Xavier.
Okay.
Jeebus.
Gee, that's nice. I am going to look like. Is this guy wearing any, like, you said he's a priest, but wait, this is the Franciscan monk, so.
That is right. It is a brown broadcloth shirt over with a cowled hood that hangs off of his shoulders loosely. The strings that would hold the cowl closed are open, so it crisscrosses his hairy chest for the first few inches of the top of his chest. There's food bits down there too, where he's just
Oh, gee.
floppy bits of fatty prime rib hanging on his collar, in his beard.
I'm gonna play along with this. I have heard that the Lord has many names, but
He has but one name. There is but one Allfather. He is both father and brother to us all, hence the term Frother.
and what is his message?
Liberty, licentiousness, hedonism, joy. Plenty for all are included.
See, they're not called monasteries, they're called fraternities.
Chug, 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 chug.
Toga.
I am. Okay, can I do would it be possible to do a, I don't know whether that would be a religion or an insight to tell what
Bullshit check.
because I'm listening to this guy talk and trying to guess what Bale he might be.
Okay, fine. Go ahead and roll.
11.
He hasn't said anything that suggests that he's from the now at all.
Are they allowed?
The future?
Your message sounds interesting, but if I may be so bold, a little bit implausible.
Implausible. It's much more logical that there are many gods who fought against each other for hundreds of thousands of years, striving to create the perfect being, coming up with us, and then spending the rest of time fighting over whether or not they get to control us. As compared to a single God who loved you enough to create a world that you could live in any way you wanted. That makes so much more sense.
Okay, I am.
Is this out of character?
You got
No, this is Dominic.
My name is Dominic.
What I mean is the fact that all people would have lived together in harmony.
Exactly, we should.
Yes, but have you stopped to consider that the vision you seek may be implausible because men are flawed?
That's
It is,
the point.
it is in our flaws that we learn the nuances that make us individuals. I mean, some would argue that you have a flaw in that your genetics are not pure. You're neither ape nor man.
And those
There are those who would hold, on the other hand, that you are a man. What if the reality is that you are?
I
Smile and nod.
I nod, trying to act. So what you're basically coming down to, what you're trying to tell me is, I think therefore I am. It doesn't.
Oh, I believe that you don't have to think to be.
I am, and therefore I eat.
Exactly.
I'm not here, but yeah.
Hey,
He says to the air.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
The weak are meat and the strong do eat.
That
Okay,
guy's a whole
Ed.
new kind of problems with that guy.
as he says that, I kind of look at what he is actually eating, trying to see if I can.
Oh, he offers you some potatoes. This might be more to your liking. That meat might have been a bit too rich for your blood.
I'll eat some of the potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You have a banana, right?
Plantain, maybe. Doubt it. Wrong
You
climate.
never know. You find bananas in the oddest of places. They might be brown, but they're there.
If I may query further,
Sure.
where were you, where are you from, Sir Brother Dominic?
I think that perhaps the question you might have meant to ask is when, but I'm from Banbury.
Okay, I'm gonna do another insight check or history check to see if I even remember a country or nation known as Banbury?
Yes, you do.
Not with that.
And not with his history with you. You hadn't met yet.
I have told him about it.
You may have told him about it, but
When he asked me
doesn't
what
register.
books I have.
Didn't register.
Even with my history being a 5, that would be a 6, so no.
No. Don't remember. Because I don't expect you to know where Banbury is. Banbury's far to the south and near the Blackstone Ridge, and I'm on my way to negotiate a peace treaty.
So where is a peace treaty between who, if I may?
Between whom?
Yes.
Well, I'm going on behalf of my employer, the Dogs of War, and I'm going to be ending a long-standing conflict contractually.
Okay, so you are a mediator of sorts.
He kind of laughs at that. Yes, you could call me that.
A mediator.
He goes, third course. And he brings out a string of like 4 sausages.
Meat, I ate her.
He,
Breaks one off, offers it to you.
I'll take it, but like none of this stuff doesn't taste like remotely funny.
No, it's warm and tasty. Savory. Lots of herbs. It is a lot more meat than an ape usually eats.
Yeah. So
Ape indigestion.
yeah, that's what I'm actually doing.
That's like when their weapon turns automatic.
How am I feeling since I'm not used to eating this much meat?
It's very rich. It's feels weird going down your throat.
Curious.
Brings out some cauliflower. Add to.
The monkey said curious.
Oh god. Okay, I'll watch into that one.
I couldn't let it slip.
So, getting good luck with your employment. You said the correct question that I should have asked was, when are you from?
Yes, right.
So, when do you come from?
About 45 minutes ago.
Given the fact that we are...
Less than an hour out. Yep.
So you recently just arrived?
No, I recently took on this role.
So you're an actor.
So I'm a what?
You're an actor then.
Yes. Aren't we all?
On the stage of life.
In a matter of speaking, I suppose so.
For as the great sage once said, all the world's a role-play game and we are merely players.
Indeed.
No?
Well, I haven't heard that phrase before.
It was coined by the great game master Jonathan Alvin.
Ha ha ha. Indeed.
That was in character. We all heard
We heard
it,
it,
guys.
we heard it. we
Yes.
heard it. He knows his name! Oh no!
He has spoken the name of God. Say it again and he will appear.
So, do you know? Thank you for the food, bud.
You didn't tell the monkey where to find the mask, did you?
He'll be on. No.
You don't have to whisper. He's only over there. He's not going to hear us.
I'm kind of.
Yeah, you look over your shoulder anyway.
Yeah. Just as he seems to be still clueless.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of like a sign of your species? No offense.
Dr. Pepper's your favorite, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Just trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been lightening the mood all along. It's like helium in here.
It is. We're just giddy.
Wait. That's a terrible impression of Glam.
Nice. No, he's doing the halfling.
I know, I'm joking.
So, has anything interesting been going on in the dining car?
We'll finish this bit.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else to say to the priest?
not right now, but I may come back to him if I can find him again. But I'm gonna wander off. Like I'm really gonna just look around for. I'm actually gonna hang back and just kind of listen, and at this point, and try to catch odd bits of language that I don't get my onto.
Okay.
Strange accents.
Yeah.
Silly walks.
And you're
That is silly.
continuing to work on your project? Do you have any
Once that piece I was mentioning before is done, I actually need to test it. Best way to do it is to actually make cotton candy.
Okay.
So I have sugar crystals on hand, so
Go ahead.
I need to heat it up.
No flavoring?
It's just pure sugar.
That's
That sounds
Well-
like Glenn. First step, you gotta make it taste sweet, and then you fix it.
Well, the thing is, it depends what the sugar crystals are made from. Sometimes that will also affect it, but we never established.
I've tried it. I've tried it with both powdered sugar and like regular.
Granulated?
Yeah. Don't do it. They don't work well.
I actually basically have rock crystal sugar.
Okay.
I put that down on the shopping list. So yeah, I'm testing it out. So as long as the cotton candy is coming out fine,
Roll a d20.
roll a d20.
Yeah, with advantage.
What kind of sugar are you using?
It's oh gosh, did I actually write down the type of sugar?
Like, is it like just regular crystal sugar?
Or it could be cane, it could be beet.
Did you do anything to the sugar?
I did not do anything to the sugar as of yet. So if it's just a flat roll, it's a 15.
Oh, you made two, right? Take advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a 14 and a 15. If it's just flat roll.
It cottons like it's supposed to.
Perfect. And now we have a shit ton of cotton candy. Does anyone want to possibly sell this cart to cart?
The tinks in the room and the halfling all kind of look at it. What? No. What are you going to do with all of that? Holy crap. You're going to bottle that up, box it? What are you going to do? Throw it out? Get out of the car. You can't.
Taste it.
If he didn't make a shield around it, it would be flying
Everywhere.
everywhere. And
Yeah.
it floats
Yeah.
I have to make a
like
casing.
crazy.
Yeah, the air is filled with
Little
strands.
cobwebs.
Actually,
The guy's like shielding his clock with his clockwork thing.
Everything
His
is
body
sticky.
trying to
I
stop
have-
it. Quit it.
You've
I
spread
made a
your
shell around
sweetness
and everything.
everywhere, Glenn.
So, anyways, try it.
Oh, I'm not
The
hungry.
Candyman can because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Yes. Come on, try it. Just try it.
No, stop. God, what
candy?
Who are you anyway?
Hmm?
This is the gnome that was working on his own private stuff. He's like, no, get away from me. What are you doing?
Just trying to share a treat.
Yeah. Take it to the dining car. I'm not interested. If I wanted to eat, I'd be at the dining car. Can't believe it. I'm gonna cook back here. Holy crap.
He seems nice.
Oh no.
What?
Okay, Okay, so
I just wonder what would happen if you put one of those root beer candy eggs in there. Yeah.
Root beer yolk.
splashes
That'd be
of
fun.
splashes of liquid root beer everywhere.
Feathers. Great.
No, that's when it hatches.
For future reference, if you use, like, you have to have a very, very, very fine powder sugar to get it to melt right. If it doesn't, it literally becomes like liquid plastic, flings around, sticks like hot glue.
Feels like it hurts like hell too.
It won't powder right. So in future, you gotta powder it like
He's working
like
on it.
mortar pestle. Really,
He's trying.
I just want to give him more information so that he can
And
mess with it more.
in the end,
He will.
it's not for cotton candy.
I know.
It's for another project. It's just cotton candy is the perfect testing method.
So if you want it to cotton,
Okay, so back to the dining car, as you said. You've now eaten 2 full courses. So what's next?
hey, may I say, Laersdale, you are a fabulous cook, but next time, try to make the yolk a wee bit runnier, because that's the good bit when you cut into it and it gooshes out. Then you dip the bread and stuff in.
I
the
thought it was
goosh.
pretty good for remember to take
Oh.
the shell out.
Oh, they're really, really good. Sometimes that extra crunch though. Anyways, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Who are these other fellows? Like the guy with the weird sticks in the hands?
Oh, that is Luciana Fang.
Luciana Thing. You see?
Luciana Fang. Yeah.
Where is he from? What is
Oh, he's from Nisai.
he? The what?
Nisai.
Nisei.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, he doesn't know it yet. He's from one of the Lost Islands.
Very interesting. He doesn't even know
He
he's
was a
lost.
Right. He's been on the train for close to 7 months.
No one's told him he's lost.
It wasn't lost when he got on board.
It is now. Not then. There's no going back. You have a
In fact,
reverse.
No, he got lost in the revenue.
What was that little jostle we had a few moments ago?
Oh, that was a new storm forming.
Any
Happens
idea why?
sometimes. God knows. Sometimes it's
Which one?
sometimes it's purple veils manipulating the time stream. Sometimes it's a new train station coming online. Sometimes it's part of the a collapsing front in the fourth.
If you may, you get a lot of types in here, so I wondered if I could ask you some more questions.
Sure.
Who's the blue bloke? The guy in the blue?
Oh, that's APOC.
What's his story?
Well, APOC only he just boarded at the last station with you guys, so I thought maybe you might know him more than I do. But by the coloration of his clothing, more than likely he's a protectorate agent.
Think he's watching that white guy over there.
No, probably not. That you're talking about Father Benham, and Father Benham is just a 6th iteration priest.
Oh, so he's not an insignificance and all that.
Oh no, he definitely.
Isn't.
No, he definitely is an insignificance.
Does he want the universe to die or no?
Oh, he doesn't particularly care.
Okay. So he's not a white veil.
No,
Yes.
well, okay. No, he wears white, but he's from 6th iteration.
Not a follower of Nicholas.
Right.
Aye.
Nihilist didn't exist yet.
Right. That's what you're saying. I do have one other question about the guy. I saw him when I was coming into the dining car back in the I don't know where he is now, but he was in the
Who's that?
one with the cushy chairs.
Hmm.
He's wearing a red, fecked up face, greasy as shite hair.
Sorry.
Oh, that was Vince. Vince Clorto.
Vince Porto. Who's he?
He's the emissary of the what's his actual name? I don't know. He's a noble from Carpathia.
Carpathia.
Yeah.
What iteration's that?
Well, it's really not an iteration. It's from the then.
The then.
Yeah. Before the fall.
Which fall?
The fall of men.
The fall of men. So
Before first fall.
you tell me when this stopped.
No, before first fall.
Before first fall. Ooh, he's old. How long he's been in the train? I didn't know we had stops to back then.
Well, we don't. There's ways to get to the now from thens that aren't on the list.
Is he nice?
I don't know. I don't even know what language he speaks. So far, all I know is he sits there and nods a lot. He's hasn't gone to a. We've only been out of station for a ways, and on the previous leg, he was back in the engineering department, back in the caboose.
Was he drinking?
No, matter of fact, I haven't seen him. I think he's been babying that sniffer of brandy the entire trip.
Did I get one of them?
Sure. But
So make it
for
big.
that be served in the lounge car rather than here.
Right, hey, that's what I'm going. I'm going to say
So
hello to my friend Vince.
gotcha. All right.
I'm gonna give her.
But back to
Well, just
okay.
for that conversation,
Right.
I just want to thank you, Lerciel, and I'll give her a silver.
What iteration?
Now,
She kind of smirks at it, picks it up, tucks it in her bosom, and
would you prefer a different one?
no, that's fine. She slaps you.
Hey,
Sorry. It's reaction to all those Grolin that think they can take licentious behavior like that.
that's
It's
not
not
licentious. That's straight up
Yeah,
me being cutesy.
You know where that sound comes from?
What?
It's the sound you make to make a horse go. Slap! Stop it!
Keep doing that. I'll start to like it.
I didn't know you were from Gore.
Neither did I.
Ouch. Jeez.
Call that.
That's not dirty though. You got a dirty mind, you. We were getting along so well.
Yeah, then you went and made that sound.
I gave you a silver piece and said
And then
hello.
you give me a silver piece and then make that
It's
sound.
called a character affectation, you troll.
Troll?
Yeah, and it's known normally to come from sec-gen prigs, not from... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you might be one. She kind of smirks.
Okay,
I have a word with Kerrigu about you.
And I'll have a word with him to do about your seat in first class too.
You don't even know what language that is. That could be Draconic for all you know.
No, you don't realize how often Angus travels by this train.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She just kind of chuckles.
I didn't mean it as a rude thing. To be honest.
He does.
You probably should get
He
your
totally
hand
does.
checked out because you hit my face and your hand's probably hurting.
Yeah, because your face is killing me.
Me too. Every day, honey. Adieu. And I will take my whiskey to the dining car.
you
Not the dining car. From the dining car. In a
Well, you'll get
Huff.
yeah,
and a swish of my tail.
crashing the tables. I can see you doing it too.
I'm more agile than that.
All right, back to the lounge. Door to the back of the car rips open and a dragonborn comes walking in,
Well,
smacking. His lips are covered with grease from the food he's just been eating. Probably still has a napkin tucked in his collar. Dominic raises a chicken leg to you. He reaches out his 5 shoot. No.
See, he gets it. He's okay. You know what's it, dude. Easy, bro.
Sorry, that's me.
Is Viz still there?
Yeah, Vince is still sitting in his big chair.
I'm gonna sit in the chair next to him.
Raises his snifter to you, takes it, puts it to his lips.
What you drinking?
Tears of my enemies.
Haven't you tried it? I usually settle for the blood.
What's a red drink?
Try some of this and give him the whiskey I got. Scotch, I don't know.
Brandy is nice.
What's that one? The blue one.
Hip.
Blue.
Absinthe?
No, that's green.
no, absence is
Liqueur.
No.
No, it's a brand. It's really.
And I know which one
It's
you.
blue.
It's
exotic.
It's a.
all I can think of.
Romulan ale. That's the only one I can think of is blue. We used to make Romulan ale for our D&D, for our Star Trek adventures.
How much food coloring do you want in it? Then it could just be vodka.
Alcohol. Anyways, I'll try it. Tastes metallic.
It's like salty water.
Wow. Actually,
It's ocean water. Spit it out.
You're trying to. No.
You're trying to kill you.
It doesn't have much body to it, does it?
No, but if you know the victims, it's much more useful.
Care to tell me about them so I
Mm.
can further enjoy their suffering?
The bitterness of the tears of my enemies. It sustains me. It's horrible. But not for them.
He says, it's been a long time since I was able to feed my blade, and so I have to only taste and reminisce.
Memories, sweet memories. Oh, salty memories.
bitter. Oh,
Bitter.
Savory.
bittersweet.
So, I hear tell that you're from way back then.
I have existed for a very long time.
I'm very sorry.
Okay.
I'm.
Need me to smack your back.
Dude, let us know if you ever need anything, Scott.
Yeah.
He says, I've been searching for my enemy for so long that I've begun to lose heart. Little Indigo Montoya here. No, he doesn't have 6 fingers. If you're going
What's your enemy?
Little fucker's name is Lorathal.
Heard tell of that person.
A strange wind blows in the caboose.
That's from 7, ain't she? They?
Ooh, Lorathal?
Aye.
No, Lorathal's from your time. He's from the now.
Well, he's near around now. If that's what you're looking for. What's your beef with them?
Well, he stole something. He stole something. I've come to get it back.
What'd they steal? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I really can't answer except to say, now why did all of a sudden the name I had in my head just completely vanished?
Well, we know where to find it.
Gets his liver eaten out on the side of the mountain and chained to the rock.
Prometheus.
Let's just say he's stolen Prometheus's fire.
Well, Since you told me, I'll tell
Better
you.
than the giant's harp.
I'm after a guy named Quantinus. Quantivus, the bastard.
Oh, I heard of him.
He fecked with dragons.
Yep, they effed with him first.
Hey, well, he probably deserved it.
Yeah, if you call living on a mountainside raising sheep a reason to be fecked with, as your term is.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Either way, I know what he's done, and it's no good, and I didn't like it, so that's who I'm after. One day I'll sup on his
He
tears.
says, "Oh, then you probably haven't seen this," and he reaches into a pile of old newspapers between the seats. Tosses one in your lap.
Skip to the funny pages.
All right. Yeah. Right on the front it says, Quantivus found dead, torn into pieces by draconic forces.
Hey, well, I already did that, but he snickered away. Made a whole storm about it and everything. Bastard slippery. I do not believe he's dead.
Yep. Maybe he's working with Lorethal. Who knows?
Right, bastards. Well, if you ever need help with Lorethal, you let me know, and if you ever hear tell of one of what's his face, you let me know. Yeah. Name's Valer.
Yeah, I saw your temple in Fourth. Nice nice likeness in the tomb.
Beauty, eh?
No, Beauty wasn't anywhere near there.
Well, the beholder's near around either.
What?
The beholder. Where beauty is.
He shifts in his chair. Hand goes to his hip. What did you say about a beholder?
You said where beauty was. It's near there. You know the
He stands up. Sir, I do not wish to dishonor you any further. Would you retract your statement now, or be prepared to face my blade?
I would love to face your blade, but I'll retract it out of respect for my new friend. Because I didn't know what I did. I'd like to know. Didn't I mean to offend you?
Don't mention her or that beast again.
Seems like wounds are personal in that field.
I told you, something was stolen.
So is this Lorethal one of them?
The thief? I told you he was.
He's one of the with the eyes.
What?
I don't even know. I'm just guessing here. I didn't want to offend you and ask more bluntly.
I'm afraid that the two targets don't measure up to each other.
Yeah. No, you're comparing bananas with coconuts. Sorry.
That is.
No offense.
They're both sweet.
One's hard and one's soft.
He motions and has Corby bring him another drink.
Yeah, well, good luck to you.
What's his name?
See you around.
Yep. All right, so you're in the car. You saw him sit down next to Clortho and talk for a while.
Yeah, I was listening to that whole conversation, and I'm kind of like, every time the name is Lortho is mentioned, I'm trying to, like, think back to what I know to see if that
Yeah.
might, see if what the guy was saying might.
Track was something you remember, but that's you as Scott, not you as this character.
Fair enough. Wait, I thought you said Xavier had beat, but he's never used it.
Right.
So,
Could he roll to see if something tracks?
Well, it does, no, he did anything track.
it was when he said, well, honestly, I'll admit, I got confused when...
So your best bet is for
Yeah.
you to go talk to him after he and Clortho aren't sitting next to each other any longer.
So,
Therefore, you guys can talk. There you go. So, 'cause then
I'll
you can
come
ask
over
about
with
it.
my
Whiskey.
scotch.
Scotch.
Keeps changing every time I drink.
Scotchy whiskey.
Cheers to
It's
that.
it goes from a single malt to a Scott to a
It's the Doctor Strange. The Thor mug keeps changing,
exactly.
but only when it's off camera.
My pumpkin friend, you look worried.
It's a banana daiquiri all of a sudden.
That's
Yeah, I did pay for first class. So.
That'd be a cool magic item to have.
What's that?
that man.
Martini
An ever changing
I don't
glass
know whether
of
I
martini.
of drink.
trust him.
Oh, I
drink
didn't
every day.
trust him at
Or
all.
just anytime you want to go with
That's
it.
why I went and talked to him.
But never the same
Or-
one twice.
You know that whole thing about keeping
Yeah.
your enemies closer and
Eventually
all
you'll get to
that.
purple.
Oh yeah. So,
Okay, so you made some more bags.
what did
I made one bag
I
for
was
a friend.
sorry I couldn't help
Okay.
but overhear
For
your
him,
guys'
actually.
conversation.
Okay.
The monkey
But-
bag. And
What the
I
at least to
grabbed
my knowledge is not a bee.
I grabbed the bag
It's
of
not
the
one of
black
the
powder
eyes.
and stuff.
I do
Okay.
may think that
And
they
I
are.
pick it up and
It's empty.
Oh, it's empty?
Yeah.
Oh, it
He's
came out.
clearly mad
When you
at
untied it, it burst
He's done a lot of
poured all
thoughts, so
that
I
gas
tried
out.
to find out
the
more
powder in the room.
information.
I take
I'm
Somebody,
very
somebody
smooth.
was trying to do something.
Oh, okay. Well, then I take the bag and
But
examine
it
it
seems
to
as
see
though
if I can
he
cop,
thinks
like,
of Waterfall
to
as
use it as a
the
reference
beholder,
for new
not
bags
the
and
beholder.
try to figure out
Oh,
Okay.
my
so
studies. And then I
that whole
also
wine may
feel a
have
bit
been just in his
offended by
head.
the elf
Mhm.
or the.
And
The dwarf.
Beauty is who.
So I'm
they
trying to
stole.
figure a way how to turn him into a flower.
So Oracle,
So you're going to use
girls.
wild magic
I
in the
wouldn't
car.
assume that.
on the train
In
On the-
time.
in the flow of time.
In the nexus of time flow.
Well,
Could be talking about.
Yeah.
In the place that's already
a
wild
ring,
magic
could
and
be talking about
unpredictable
a
as
book,
hell.
Could be talking about a girl.
Well,
I
I was
don't
trying
know.
to think it would be
Sold
like
something.
more
I don't
accurate to my
like to
character.
assume.
Roll a d4 for me.
Yes, sir.
well,
Which leg is
Drew,
blown
when you
off?
talk of beauty, it could
Well,
be
except
something
for
as
compasses.
simple as a
Okay,
precious trinket.
Two.
Your left arm is gone.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking.
I need to, and
All of a sudden, there's a shudder, and the whole train seems to have shifted. Just instantaneous, like something slammed into the side of the car.
Different
Bam!
than the storm thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Does anyone else in the car look worried?
Laercel goes running forward towards where the sound came from.
Carrigu!
Yes,
Yeah, what's that?
we're looking into it, sir. I'm not familiar with what could have possibly caused it. Could be more than likely just a small protuberance in the travel.
Keep me updated, will you?
Of course.
Thank you.
It was a murder most foul.
I certainly hope so.
I hope he turns into a flower.
yes.
I'm waiting for this plot like gravy to thicken.
Yeah.
I continue with my.
No, you have to
Okay,
make
I'm just seeing a lot of water.
So
Why
where
do
you
know
where you
or
activated
care
the
about
magic?
this Lorethal? What do you know?
A little ball of black light appeared in the
I-
middle of the train car,
Mhm.
and a figure, maybe
so
7
look,
inches
I've
tall,
never dared to look at, but
appears.
it's entitled
It's insectoid.
Home of Oracle.
So
So
it's
when
got
the
4
name
wings,
was mentioned, I thought it had something to do
Fluttering
with
in
the book,
midair.
but apparently
Chitter, chitter.
Does it?
You should
is it
probably go into that
Jurassic
book.
Park?
No, just this little.
I don't know. The last book I looked
Lands
at
lands on the
turned me into a
curtain
spider.
of the
Well,
place
I'll
where
be
the guy
there with
was,
you.
Uh-huh.
and crawls inside.
Well, when we get
But we
there,
should-
As
do
it
it
crawls
here in
inside,
Yeah,
there's
when
this
we
horrible impact sound,
oh,
and this squish
okay.
sound.
Assuming that our ship,
And you see the
It's
dwarf's
still-
hand lift the bug out
It'll be there.
and drop
Don't
it
worry about that.
to the ground.
They get bigger every year.
Oh, I get it now.
Cthulhu?
Sort of.
7-inch bug thing.
Hot.
oh no, no more bugs.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's dead, Jim. They think.
A few minutes later, Laercel comes walking through with a dustpan. In the dustpan is a 7-inch looking bug-like thing splatted. It's dripping, so she's having to hold the
I hope
dustpan.
you wash your hands before you go back to working. Unless that's.
I've got to take
someone's
this
up
back to the engineer to see what he can do with it.
What do you mean? What he can do with that?
Well, it somehow got aboard.
That's not good.
Yeah.
What is it?
She puts it in front of your face, and you can see it's fairly steaming.
You faintly hear,
Weird.
I feel happy.
Nice. No, but just shows it to you, and it's
Monty Python, Holy Grail.
it looks like the corruption you saw done to dragons if it was done to a dragonfly
Thank you, Scott.
with a weird, hideous, horrible-looking head, and its four wings are monstrous in size, and the coloration and the claws make it look like it looks like it's like made for combat.
Wait. Say this again.
It's
Evil
the corruption that you saw done to dragons if it had been done to dragonflies.
Ah. Okay. That's not good.
She says, yeah, it's a temporal aberrations. They occur sometimes, but we don't want to mention it to anybody. We'll look into it. There should be no need for concern.
Aye, keep me apprised though.
Absolutely. And she continues walking afterward. You see her coming back to the. She enters
The caboose.
The caboose, walks directly over to the engineer. Engineer takes one look and says, "Where was this?" It was in the middle of the steerage cart, sir, near one of the cabins. Apparently, what is his name?
The dwarf.
Yeah, my Pongan friend. I think it might be wise for you to go
Larrick.
check on your stuff.
Larrick McLeod.
Maybe prepare
Yes.
for trouble.
All right, but you better start considering the divestiture protocols. She nods. As she walks back forward and closes the cabin door, the entire train goes black. Lights go out in the whole train.
Okay.
And we will be stopping at this point for the week because we're at
Oh no!
cliffhanger point. Yay!
Oh wow,
Is
this
that
is this is the moment I was actually going to be bringing out a bunch of glass bottles and vials and everything.
Nice.
Lights go out.
No,
we
lights come
can
back on. Wait, what happened here?
It's the next
Well,
step.
first the lights
It is
went out.
legitimately.
Then there was a
The
scream.
freaking next.
Nice. Perfect. So he comes walking in with his box full of glass jars.
I
Lights go out.
literally am rudimentarily making battery packs right now.
What happened? Well, first the lights went out. Then there was a scream.
And then there was a
And
loud
then a
crash
gunshot.
of
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Then there was the gunshot and then a scream. Then the lights came back on and he was dead.
it looks
Hi,
like
I'm
he's been
Inspector. What camera? Well, first the lights
looks like
went
he's
off.
been looks like he's been
Exactly.
stabbed to death.
All right. Thank you all for your participation. Mechanically, for those of you at the lower levels, that's 300 experience points. We'll
Oh, thank you.
no problem. And we will see you all next time. Thanks for joining. Everybody wave bye-bye.
Bye.